I'm about to say, I'm like, the fuck is open this late?
All right.
Sorry. The Iraqi War, guys. Yeah.
To be correct, Operation Desert Storm, 1991. I know down here the freaking thing is saying 99. That was the year that this movie came out. Story of Three Kings is 1991. The shortest war in American history outside of the Spanish American War,
aka the air battle, the war.
Y'all know how long Desert Storm lasted?
Like 3 months, I believe.
2 years.
It was longer than that, but it
wasn't.
It was short. It was pretty short.
It was very short. 43 days short, to be exact.
It felt longer only because we were already technically over there, but we ramped up.
43 days?
43 days was how long was the time that Operation Desert Storm commenced until it ended. Was 43 days.
I know all them generals was itching.
When you hear soldiers
fight something,
no,
that
so
ain't a commie.
No, when you hear soldiers say we're gonna see a lot of action, a lot of them ain't bullshitting. Some of them just showed up and they come to find out the next day, oh, it's over.
So I want people to understand something. People like I watched this. I don't know if you guys watch it. It's Zoe Saldana show, Lioness. About her and like the Spec Ops team, right? There's a storyline that happened where they have a person undercover going after this terrorist guy, right? And Zoe Saldana is the head of this team, and everybody in the government space, including Morgan Freeman, are making this guy out to be like the biggest terrorist. He's the one that did the next 9/11, just making him out to this big person, right? Undercover girl, the girl that's working undercover to try to find the guy, kind of find out this guy's just an oil baron. He's not really financing terrorists per se. It's just he's a rich guy that his money is basically not. It's kind of unbeknownst to him in a way, but like he's not really funding terrorists, but he kind of sort of is in a way. But he's just an oil baron, right? By the end of that storyline, the girl that's undercover punches Zoe Saldana. Is like, we did all this shit for oil, just for the price of oil to go low. And it's fucked up, but like Desert Storm was kind of sort of like that's kind of sort of what it was. It was about oil. It's fucked up too.
To this day, now they've always said since like probably like the late 70s, early 80s, they have always said when it came to the Middle East, America was only there for the oil because that's why the British were there. That's why the Germans were there. That's why the Russians were there. They were there for the resources of the land. And to this day, that's what every person that was a grown-up, so every boomer will tell you that's exactly what the whole war was about. Bush wanted to get the oil. Now, in contrast, when his son would later go on to invade Iraq to kill Saddam Hussein, guess what we all say? Oh, that shit was for the oil.
The ironic part is like
welcome to America.
Ironic part. Ironically, though, it's kind of funny how Saddam was like, whoa, I had nothing to do with 9/11. What the fuck y'all doing here?
I mean, that's what's so funny.
That
was hilarious.
That was, number one, that was clearly a vendetta. That was a
vendetta.
That was all vendetta.
That was a vendetta to save face because
can't let him get away with this.
Let me tell you something. When you don't have enough resources or enough, when you haven't gotten enough experience points to continue the main story mission, you got to do a whole bunch of side quests. Because remember, we started in Afghanistan and just said, you know what, this nigga's too hard to find. We can't even find the secret super army that he's been training for years.
They finished the side quest of the 99 seashells from Legend of Zelda. All right.
Yes,
that's exactly what happened.
Yes, that's what they did when they went to Iraq. But I'm just saying, the main quest is, nigga, you originally sent everybody over to Afghanistan to find Bin Laden and take out the Taliban, right? So apparently, when this nigga has like Bin Laden and all of Taliban was pretty much operating like this on 100%, and they said, fuck it, we ain't good enough for this. We gotta go and we gotta do some side quests. Hey, let's go invade Iraq real quick.
All brown people look alike. Close enough.
I like how U.S. intelligence told him, well, the last time we seen Bin Laden was actually in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, he's somewhere over there. He's somewhere over there in Afghanistan. He was last seen in Saudi Arabia. I know. Afghanistan, probably close to the Iranian border. No, he wasn't. Not at all, sir.
A verifiable evidence shows that he is within this general area right here.
I like to say,
and where is this again? Saudi Arabia. Where in Afghanistan is that at?
We got about 20 Predator drones monitoring the location. We got a blip maybe a week ago.
You know, I really for a second it was like we didn't have drones. Right. Oh yeah, we did.
And you're right. You're right, sir. You're right. So that means we got to invade Afghanistan. Is that right, guys? We're gonna have to invade Afghanistan. Like just simple as that. So hope you guys like puppies. Why's nobody joking with me? Come on, lighten up. Let's go.
Look. Who had it worse?
Rumsfeld.
I might have look. We as elder millennials, we have
lived for everyone.
We have lived through so much fuckery because after Desert Storm, Clinton had to deal with Somalia and that shit. You know,
it was short.
I know, but still, it was a shit show. That was a shit show.
Oh, Black Hawk Down was probably one of the biggest L's that America had to hold.
And guys, don't forget all the conflicts that were happening on the Eastern Bloc because of the collapse of the Soviet Union.
So when you look at Desert Storm,
I'm sorry. Wait, what? What I do wrong here?
No, I hate your actually ass voice.
I feel but here's the crazy part. Like I feel Three Kings.
That's my best Sylvester. That's my best Sylvester the Cat voice, by the way, too. That's also my voice for when I break out Ridley Sock. If anybody knows Ridley Sock, go watch the Alien episodes. But it's the same way where you basically talk like this, and you got. See, I can't talk like Sylvester. So
I wish you were there for our Alien Romulus review when me and Deep Air saw that shit because that would Ridley Sock would have been great for that. See, guys.
Don't understand. We took it back to the classics of the past. The kitchen. Look at her underwear.
Speaking of classics,
20th Century Studios backed up a truckload of money. It told me that I had to direct this.
But I feel Jarhead and Three Kings did a good job of really summarizing what Desert Storm was because like people. It's kind of like if you weren't there, you didn't understand what truly happened. There's a lot of people that really fantasize Desert Storm as being this big bombastic war, but like a lot of us, even when we were kids, we had older relatives that probably were in Desert Storm that were like nothing happened because Desert Storm realistically, Desert Storm was nothing but an air battle. It was just strictly air battle. There was no ground war, nothing.
Like take Top Gun. And use
it was Top Gun.
It was the third act from Top Gun.
Just for 40 days.
Like for 40 days, them firing at bogeys.
43 days of Top Gun. That's it.
Now you want to know some
sounds badass if you're a fighter pilot.
Something that's fucking terrible to a child is seeing those lights go up in the air, seeing the infrared for the first time. Mm-hmm. And they showed that on the news during that time when I was a kid. And, as a kid, I thought it was cool. And I thought, I'm just thinking back, seeing my kids see some violent shit on TV and how they compartmentalize it. And I'm thinking to myself, when I thought about that, like, yo, D, you do realize you thought, oh, cool, it looks like fireworks. D, those were death machines. Those are bullets going in the air.
Basically,
and they show that
imagine,
every night during the war.
Basically, imagine Afterburner at half the speed.
This is my jam. I'm an Ace Combat fanatic because I played all those Ace Combat games. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It was really much an Ace Combat mission.
But if you went to the arcade, Afterburner.
True. But I
wanted to just say real quick, just a quick premise. What happens when you take Marky Mark, America's Most Wanted, and future Batman in a Lupin the Third as caper of them trying to steal of them trying to steal gold.
Put some respect on Spike Jonze, sir.
Man, fuck Spike Jonze, man.
Hey, he's
Spike
the greatest music
Spike
video
Jonze,
director.
Spike Jonze is the Spike Dudley of actors. Only four of you only mention him when you want to bring up one era of shit. I don't want to hear it.
Nah, he's a good director. He's a good music video director.
Fantastic. Let me make that very clear. He is a fantastic music director. He is. Yeah. So it was kind of weird seeing Spike Jonze in this movie.
When you forget, like at one point, like him and Jamie Kennedy with the Blue Lives Matter mustache. You forget at one point that was an era where they were acting in a way and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's right, Jamie. Yeah, that did happen.
I'm saying for the most, but I'm saying for the most part, you get, it's the three of them. Hell, even the movie cover doesn't give Spike Jonze the respect.
No, they don't. I was just,
what I'm saying. My point is, you get these three, and you throw them into a loop in the third episode.
He ain't lying. Yeah, they really were. Sam Rockwell won out though.
Sam Rockwell was the better of the three.
I want to say, full 100%. This goes towards the movie. One of the things that I absolutely loved about this movie, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I never did see this movie until this week. I had it on the back burner, and I meant to watch it. Never got around to it. And when you told me, what the hell?
Shocked.
When you told me that we were going to be talking about this movie, I said, okay, let me go ahead and finally check this out. I looked at it, and oh my God, the cinematography in me was like, son, the film grain.
That's David O. Russell, sir. Come on now.
Still, it was just seeing the film grain.
That's how he rolls.
It's seeing this movie, the way it was shot, the film grain. Oh my God, there was blue screen out the ass with a lot of shots. But here's the crazy part. This movie.
Here's the crazy part. The blue screen actually wasn't bad.
Oh, but it's very noticeable.
It's noticeable, but like it's that kind of like the movie is so good you don't care kind of. I guess that's kind of where I was at. It was like it's so good I don't really care because it's not distracting to me compared to like other type of blue screens.
But it did green screen that one guy to be Arabic, and he actually wasn't Arabic. You know what I mean? They did green screen him.
Cliff Curtis, aka
Cliff Curtis, a man from New Zealand. A man who's closer to Samoan, was it Maui? He's actually Maui. Plays everybody.
Cliff Curtis. There's actors. We always talk about Oscar Isaac, Lou Diamond Phillips. Cliff Curtis is another one where they'd like, all right, we need you to be Latin, but I'm not. Fuck it. Again, we talked about it in Training Day. He played a Latin guy, and I'm like, all right, it works. It kind of works. They had him with that shitty fucking cornrows and damn Hobbs and Shaw playing The Rock's brother, which I was like,
hold on,
all right, man.
Hold on. They had him doing this. But the police
to remove. I would also like to
play Pablo Escobar.
Gentlemen, I would also like to point out that
but he's a good actor. I like Cliff.
That apparently, Bubba did not die in Vietnam. Instead, he escaped, stayed in the Middle East. Escaped to the Middle East, and they took on the role
became a 4-star general.
Yeah, became a 4-star general because McKelty Williamson is in this movie.
He is.
I got it for you. No, I got it for years. While he was at a hospital,
surgery on his gums.
He was getting surgery on his gums. And there was a fire, and a man with bandages told him to get up out of there and go.
Ishmael.
That's what they say his name. That's what they say his name was. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never played a game that literally.
My understanding was a nigga named Jack, but
I've never played a game in my life that literally just bookended its surprise ending to, oh, it's just a boss fake. That's how we got Big Boss in 2 Metal Gear games. Gotcha.
They could have made that shit work so much better.
That should have been an email. Should have been a goddamn email.
Well, sir, it was sent on a cassette tape. That's the closest thing.
That's even worse. That's even worse. I swear to God, when I played that part and my man played the tape, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." Get
So
the
hi, I know you wondering what's going on, and I would be too. Like, oh my god, what happened to my face and shit? Okay, sit down. I hope you ain't doing nothing important. This is gonna take like an hour. There's like 2 tapes to this shit.
all to prevent fucking 5th-degree burn skull man from fucking finding out you're alive. Gotcha. Like, all right.
No, my favorite is when you
They
look at
could
a
have made that shit work so much better.
No, it's no. The best shit ever is when you look at a photo and then you slide the other photo and it reveals who you really are.
I don't know what's worse, that or fucking Vulcan turning into fucking Johnny Storm. Flame on.
The man.
Oh!
We're gonna talk about that game at some point. But anyways,
That was another mistake.
One of the things about this movie that I liked, my man, was it Saeed was it Takmao? He's French. He's French guy. He played Captain Saeed. My main man. And you know what? Like, as much as I joke about that scene with him saying my main man the whole time, I did enjoy like the humanity of showing, like, because we in real life when we talk about war, right? Especially recent times with Palestinian, that whole everything that's happened over there, right? You forget like people die in these conflicts. So when he's telling Marky Mark, like, yo, like you blew up bombs and basically just leveled where I lived at. I had a fucking infant son that got crushed by the fucking concrete because of your bombs.
No. The wife was crushed by concrete.
My wife.
No. His son was in the son was in the crib.
No. That's what I'm saying is
Get into that.
Wife was crushed by concrete. The son, literally, we see a bomb drop.
And his daughter lost both legs.
The wife.
No, his wife. What? That was his wife.
I thought he had a daughter and he had.
Nope, he ain't had no daughter. Just him and his wife.
Mark is the one with the daughter.
Okay, I got it mixed up. But either way, it's recognizing like war has consequences, and it's like we tout ourselves as the United States. Oh, we're the good guys. It's like, no, because look, we get on Obama on drones, rightfully so, because a lot of people got killed, innocent people, and it's like
because white people don't live in that world. That's the reason why.
Yeah,
white people don't live in that world. But like white people now. You know how black people were saying how when Breonna Taylor died, we was all concerned about it, and white people were trying to like, oh my God, guys, get over it. It's like, no. She was chilling. When I hear old stories about people that lived in Philadelphia,
well, my man in the apartment, the cop killed him because she thought it was her apartment, and she fucking killed him while he was on the couch. Like the fuck, like.
Then the other joke about that homegirl that was playing video games with a brother or something, they shot her through the window.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about how we have all types of people who are older than us. Like I hear people that lived in Philadelphia say they were around the corner when they bombed that whole block.
Yep.
The police bombed the whole block.
Bombings have consequences, so it's like, it's kind of like if you're going at
white people don't live with that type of terrorism. Black people, we do. So we kind of get that. We get that humanity. It's like, dog, my life got flipped upside down, and your wife get to walk around carefree in the middle of Arizona.
The part that I loved was when he sat there and was like,
just live in Arizona.
No, the part that I loved though was when he was like, well, we're both fathers, and he's like, motherfucker, I'm not a dad, I'm not a father.
I'm not a dad.
And I was like, that's real.
White people love doing that. Come on, you and I were the same. We're not the same, nigga.
The hell makes you
think my wife can't walk, bro?
Nigga,
my wife can't walk.
You thought.
I kind of like, hey, look, it's fucked up, but I did like how he bust that CD, put it in his mouth, and fucking poured that oil in it. Like, this is why you're here, motherfucker. I was like, fair, it's oil.
Hey, I got a question. So how long is he gonna be shitting at?
Oh man, he had to be shitting.
Don't get quiet over here. Don't get quiet.
He had to be shitting in the hospital.
It wasn't this much that was poured. It was a bucket. I mean, we saw. Damn, I don't have it with me. We saw him pick up a heavy ass bucket and commence to dump.
I mean, there's waterboarding.
Can of oil.
There's waterboarding and then there's oil boarding. Like, goddamn, like
getting water is one thing. Getting 10W30 getting shoved down your throat is a different thing. That's a whole different thing.
10W30 though.
Use oil, man.
No, That was some black.
The synthetic version.
I want people to understand that was some black ass oil. That wasn't no.
Oh, that was 91, Eris. There wasn't no synthetic.
Oh yeah, so they come yet. So hold on. So
good old dark conventional oil, nigga.
Wait. So he got the Johnny Trans special. What are you feeling? 40 weight, 50 weight?
No. That Johnny Trans shit was a little brown, a little bit. It wasn't black. It's a little modern. That was modern oil. It wasn't black oil.
That was modern oil. Yeah, that was a little bit different.
This is OG.
They had preservatives. They had preservatives.
This is OG. This is pure. This is pure.
It's OG, but this is the slickest of slick. So it went down real easy.
But here's the other aspect of it too, because again, I've been deployed twice. Them having all them bootleg fucking jeans and all that stuff. That's real.
Now, here's the thing that got me. That was the one thing that popped up to me when I was watching this with my kid as a kid with my dad. My dad was telling me that that's what Saddam did. He had all his stuff in storage. And of course, any leader would. You know what I mean? Even the president. I don't want to know. It's just that I don't want to know where Obama's, Biden's, any of them is. The only reason why we know where Trump's is because Trump keep all this shit.
Trump's an idiot. He keeps
everything in Mar-a-Lago. We ain't stupid, nigga.
We can go to Mar-a-Lago and steal some shit. What are you going to do?
No. It's actually in my house in Cabo. No, it ain't, nigga.
No, it ain't.
It's in my house in the Hamptons. No, the fuck it ain't. It's in Mar-a-Lago.
No, it ain't. It's the top floor of the Willis Tower. Still calls it Trump Tower, but
No. You're giving that man too much credit. My man has it at a fucking storage unit in New York somewhere.
That's giving him too much credit, Chris. I'm sorry.
That shit's gonna get accidentally uncovered.
Chris, I'm with Harris because that means he actually paid somebody to store it over.
That shit accidentally is gonna pop up on the episode of that shit's gonna accidentally pop up on the episode of Storage Wars. Like, yeah, so we got the storage unit here, and oh my god, is this Trump?
A lot of Iranian. There's a lot of secrets with him and the Russians inside here.
It's like I knew it was.
Who wants to take it first for $100?
It's like I knew it was true, but I knew the legends were true, but seeing it right in front of me, it's just
true.
Nah, but just that.
Damn it, Jill Stein was right. Damn it, Kamala Harris was right.
One's white and one's black.
He had to get it right. Like, oh yeah. Kamala Harris was the one. Hey, real quick. I got a question. Harris, you know these motherfuckers better than me. Was it just because when Kamala laughed, she sounded like an auntie? Is that why they didn't like her?
Yeah.
Well,
is that it?
That is one of no.
That's a good nigga cackle to me. I'm just saying.
D, listen. That is one of many reasons.
Okay, cool.
One of many.
It's mainly because she had it's mainly because she had a pergina, right?
Well, that's what motherfuckers on the outside think.
Buddy. Pergina. Really?
No, listen. The ones on the outside looking in.
I was going to say vagina.
The ones on the outside looking in think that, but I mean, come on. Real ones already know that. It's just because, she was just that, a woman. It's really that basic. Would you like for me to elaborate any more?
No.
Spike Jones plays a redneck in this movie.
Have fun in Blue Sky.
Spike Jones reminds me of a lot of
Spike Jones all week reporting.
Spike Jones reminded me of, look, you're in the military, you don't run along many people from different walks of life, and I was co-working with a couple of rednecks like Spike Jones, and they're special, aren't they?
Yes.
So, Chris, are they just like not quick-witted, or they clearly just never passed high school?
Man. It's basically this is their way of this. No. It's more like this is their way out of their small town logic, basically. It's like they don't know nothing of the world. They have this, like that conversation that he has with Chief about like black quarterbacks, right? That's some shit that I had those kind of conversations where it's like, oh, you've never been around black people. Wow.
The name drops that they went, man. Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham. I was like, dog,
sir, my knee. It hurts
your knee
right now.
The big gay is real.
I laughed.
I need to collect Social Security at one point, people. All right, jeez, like, come on.
And I laughed.
Invest in Icy Hot.
A nigga brought up Doug Williams and all that. Remember, this is 91, so that was like new.
After the Super Bowl. Yeah, that was after. Yeah,
that
that was after,
right after the Super Bowl.
But that's the
not right after. Not right after. No.
A couple years after. It was
a couple years. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Either way, but it's still. But it's like those are the kind of conversations because it's like, oh, you've never been around black people, huh?
We having this conversation,
and that's a real conversation when he says that shit. That's why Ice Cube was like, bro, like there have been black quarterbacks. Like Doug Williams just won the Super Bowl. What are you talking about? Like,
you know, I find it funny.
No, I laugh when they said Cunningham could never get them to the Super Bowl.
I mean,
got him on that one. Neither did Warren Moon either. And he was right. He wasn't taking Houston nowhere because Warren Moon didn't take Houston.
Well, you know, could be worse.
That was more on coaching because what happened in Houston. Yeah, I'm glad people have studied that. I'm sure how Houston fell apart.
I'm sure the fan base is going to have their foot up my ass when I say this, but you know, at least you're not Cordell Stewart. So you know.
Like Cordell Stewart, man, look, Cordell Stewart, man, he was the trick nigger because he could do everything. He could run really fast and all that, but. It's kind of funny to me though.
The NFL has evolved so much to where it's like, yeah, the white quarterbacks, unless you Tom Brady, you're looking very mediocre compared to these black quarterbacks.
I like how
the way you describe that is trick nigger perk activated.
Sure, they ain't Michael Vick.
That's beating allegations perk, nigga. That's
really. You know what? Look. I'll let y'all talk.
He sacrificed all the other shit and just got allegation beating.
Yeah, because you just ruined it for me, Chris. Because what I was going to say was this. This is what I was going to say until you ruined it. This is what I was going to say. You know, it's kind of funny that we get to see him have a football later on, throw it at the motherfucking helicopter and blew it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny. In 1999, we would actually see a black quarterback. Actually, in his first game against James Madison, he threw his first touchdown. And in that same game, he ran for 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. And he would in that same game would do a backflip, roll his ankle, and he was out for the rest of the game. Now, before you say anything, he would end up leading that team to an 11-0 record. That nigga was Michael Vick, and he would actually change the game of football
forever.
And why do you think his
fact is just kind of funny that they mentioned that, and Ice Cube says this in this movie, and later on that year, everybody's like, "Who is that motherfucker from Virginia Tech? Who is that?"
Why do you think in Madden 05? Vic's vision cone is this,
bro. It's sick for no goddamn reason.
It
goes out of bounds. That's how crazy his vision cone was.
Ayers, I want to tell you something about
blitz. Just
I appreciate that we have old enough fans to know what you're talking about, but I want to tell you something. How wild what you're doing. You do realize that there's a bunch of them that have no idea what the fuck you mean by.
Let me let you
call. Do you, Chris? Harris.
No.
I want to put perspective on this.
No,
you are literally talking about. No. I'm trying to put it this way, Harris. Look, you are literally the dude that talks about Nintendo games and only talks about Mario 2. That's what I'm trying to look. Chris is laughing because Chris is laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. The one game that everybody, it was a dream. It didn't count. It counted, motherfucker.
Fair statement, I think.
That's what you sound like right now, Harris. Like, it counted. Do you know when they had the vision that actually innovated the game? Now what's Madden? A game that you press
He
X.
lost his way.
Y'all acting like no, D.
No,
You're
I
acting,
love
no,
Madden
no,
05. I bought it.
no. Let me say this, D. You're acting like this shit only existed in one Madden. It was in several.
No, just 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was about 2 or 3, and then they stopped it. Eris. Yeah. EA's doing that bullshit where they reintroduce shit from like Madden 2002 as it's brand new.
It's coming back. It's
gonna come back in the next Madden, and all of us, including you, are gonna be like, yeah, we had this shit back in 05. Like, what the fuck?
No, Chris. It's made for some asshole named David to do this. Oh, I'm getting that jump, man. They bringing that back, so you know the game's good. No, it ain't. Anyway.
Yeah. John Ridley got a he got a raw deal out of this. In the fact that he got credited for this movie, but like a lot of the stuff that they wanted him to rewrite, he was like, "Get the fuck out of my face with that shit," and it caused a lot of conflict, so to speak.
And this is hilarious.
Clint Eastwood would have brought the movie down. Personally, he would have.
Clint Eastwood would not.
And I like Clint Eastwood, but it's just
wait. Chris, listen to me. Clint Eastwood would have had in his contract that Ice Cube could be no more than 50 feet away from him.
Thank you. Here's this.
I don't want Ice Pack to touch my.
I want people to understand something about Clint Eastwood. Okay. A lot of people,
folksy white man right there.
A lot of people picked up on it at Gran Torino, but a lot of us knew beforehand, right? Gran Torino, that's it. But Gran Torino was where folks was like, I think Clint Eastwood might be racist. I'm like, might,
because he's doing this act a little too good,
doing a little too well. Now, here's the thing: I don't know Clint Eastwood's politics. I'm gonna assume he probably does give off conservative leaning and stuff. But like, what's funny about Clint Eastwood, he does this old man stuff where it's like he clearly doesn't give a fuck about politics, but he still has.
You had to vote for somebody.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but like, it's clear he has politics, right? Especially when he does these movies.
He's a good old California Republican.
And I think me and Sue said that when we saw that movie about the Atlanta bomber.
Yeah.
Because he did that. Yeah, he did that movie, and you can kind of tell it's like, oh, he's really like going really like sensationalized with this shit. This is like, okay, I know where you at, Clint, with this. Cool. And I think him playing Archie Gates would have brought it down because it's like George Clooney has a vibe to him that gives off he could bounce off of Marky Mark and Ice Cube really well, right? I don't think Clint Eastwood could bounce off of Marky Mark and Ice Cube any better. I don't think he could.
And Clooney was a good get because this was when Clooney was close to his peak as an actor, where everybody was going for him. So getting him in that movie was a bigger get anyway. I think the only reason why you wanted to get Clint Eastwood was because you wanted someone to be a little bit older and prestige. But it would have slowed down the whole flavor of the movie.
God, I feel stupid. I said,
what was it?
I said future Batman. This is 2 years after Batman and Robin. So I should have said, that Marky Mark, America's Most. Well, no, sorry, Marky Mark, Lethal Injection, and I'm trying to forget that I ever did this movie of Batman and Robin all in one movie.
Yeah. What do you call it? People's Handsome Man of the Year. That's
yeah.
This was that era.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, look at my cock, George Clooney.
Now the whole thing.
Thank you. I thought you was wrong. You were wrong. War and Peace. I thought so.
Oh, okay. No, but the whole
lethal injection.
I was going to say that, but I wasn't
Lethal Injection is my favorite one. So go fuck yourself, respectfully, of course.
No, because you get on us for miscarbonating titties. I'm gonna get mad at you for misdating the cube that we are seeing in front of us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I'm just gonna look. To be fair, because you get mad at me, where it's like, hey D, those breasts were made in that time, but the movie is shot when? in 2001. Therefore, 2000's titties, D. Come on, keep up. But I'm the same to you.
Okay.
We at Three Black Geeks keep even energy. All right.
Now the thing about John Ridley was what happened was, from John Ridley's perspective, this is kind of one of those things where it's a he said, she said thing. John Ridley, he gets credit for the movie, and David O. Russell does give him credit. But Ridley was saying that he felt like he was being shut out of the process when he did it. Because basically, he wrote this script for this movie in 7 days. And then he did it. It was basically kind of a dare, like, let me see how fast I can write a script and sell it to Hollywood. Basically, that kind of
That
shit.
dude was on coke. He was doing coke that week.
It's a black man. It's a black man in the 90s. So you do with that what you will on that. Probably late 80s. I'm going to guarantee you probably did. Like late 80s going into 90s. But he did that. And Warner Brothers picked up on the script, like I think like close to a month later, which is a fucking quick turnaround and stuff. And then what happened was Russell went through it because I think the script was called Spoils of War.
Yeah, that was the original.
And then like he basically everything about the movie is pretty much like the shell of what Ridley wrote in his story, for his script and stuff. And basically from Ridley's perspective, he felt he was very shut out during the whole process of them rewriting the movie and stuff before it went into production and stuff. So Ridley does get the credit for this film, but like he kind of just never was a part of the process fully.
That makes sense.
Which that's kind of crazy to crank out a script in 7 days, though. That's wild.
Well, I mean, that's what I like to call the James Cameron rules, where he had to write 2 movies at the same time, writing 20 pages. You're writing 20 pages a day.
I mean, like D said, Coke, something. Because I feel that's the only way you could be like.
That sounds like a drug assisted.
Like son, you're writing Terminator and Aliens at the same time.
Do you know how that has to be like doing? God, that has to be insane to just like we talk about Kevin Smith, right? Kevin Smith writes stuff in his sleep, the way he talks and everything, right? So that has to be to be that gifted at writing that you can just crank out something that quick. It's like wow.
It's the discipline too. It's really more of the discipline.
It has to be, man.
Like
that's
like I said, you discipline yourself to write 20 pages a day.
I mean, I see why Ta-Nehisi Coates kind of dipped off Twitter at one point because he was like, because I can understand that could be a distraction if you have social media presence and stuff so much, and it's like, no, I gotta be focused on this shit.
It's like, nah, nigga, I'm shutting all this off.
Just shutting it all off.
Be distracted by nothing. Checking my Facebook every 5 minutes like a fiend. What's my problem?
Yeah, but I mean, think about back then though. Like you said, so it's like it's a discipline to just be like, no, decent this one, but either which way, like, but either which way, like to be focused on that, to get out a script, to bang out a script, this, to get a movie this good is just kind of crazy to me and stuff, especially with like all the details that comes with it and stuff. I mean, look, there's something to be said about the human element of greed, because the whole course of this movie is these 3 guys stealing Saddam's stash of money in the bunker, and it's gold bricks and everything. Yeah, the gold.
His stash of gold that they stole from Kuwait.
Now, one thing is this:
they stole the gold from Kuwait.
Maybe it's just me. Okay, I would have just took like a couple of bags and then I've been straight. Maybe that's just me.
The fact that
I would have too, but it's a lot that came with that.
I know, but man,
trying to get away with just one is already trouble, because, bro, one brick is heavy as hell.
Yeah, they had in the Louis, so that when they got there,
they had to swap it out of the
Louis Vuitton bags
and put it in the Louis Vuitton bag, because that can at least hold up to 60 pounds or more.
But the greed of it to me was just like, y'all took all of it, and it's like that's some like filthy rich shit.
Nah, that's what no. When it comes to any
really think about this. Think about this, place, CJ. You're not coming back to this place.
Yeah.
Like ever again. Yeah. I'm taking everything.
Yeah.
I'm not doing 2 trips.
It's Saudi blood money. Well, no, it's Kuwaiti money.
Kuwaiti. That's what I said. They stole it from Kuwait.
Kuwait, which that's another thing that we don't
Rich
talk about.
Kuwaitis.
And that's the thing we don't talk about with wars. In the history of wars, when America goes to another country and interferes, they're also stealing some shit because people
You
forget
think
too.
they're not?
Yeah, like when
I
they
like
did when they killed Saddam, they had all that fucking money that they had basically just they were grave robbing.
I got something for you. If you think that's bad, go to the British History Museum. You know what that's full of? People
China.
that they went into everybody's backyard. India, all of Africa, all of Greece, all of Italy,
Go ahead and take that.
just started. Hey, let me give me that, give me that, let me get that, let me get 2 of those, let me get this whole wall.
Hey CJ. The noose wasn't even loosened yet.
Nigga.
These motherfuckers, they stole everything, and they look. And to this day, the British History Museum, anytime they get somebody saying, "Well, will you return those back to your country?" Well, I think it's better if it stays with us. You know, if you give a child back a toy, they'll just break the toy. So we will be the ones to procure said toy. I am not joking. They said something like that. You can
really
look it up.
They really did.
Okay.
And
These niggas
we
are
are
really
responsible
serious. Here's the thing.
Pretentious as this
What
scene
they-
was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Real talk. India has a little bit more of it than we do, but India has to fight for all their shit, and they rightfully do, because the jewels and the crown for the queen actually belongs to the Indians. Do you know that these niggas actually said, we'll keep the crown and we'll put it behind somewhere, therefore, you know, nobody's gonna mess with it. Even we won't mess with it. Can you give it back to us? I don't think you need it back. And there's shit in there that belongs to, you know how black people, how we always go, we don't know our history. Well, a good chunk of it got stolen, and it's like, oh, look at this little Chotsky from Africa. Yeah, it's like a little man. It got a lot of lines in it. I don't know what the lines mean. Oh, those lines are how many children that person had, or how many this had. That was our way of communicating and keeping shit before, you know, white man going there. Hey, look at this Gulf. Yeah, now I can take it. You're like, come on, man.
Pretentious as the scene is,
Anyway.
I low-key love it. It's the reason why a lot of us black folks love Killmonger, Burke, and all those motherfuckers in that museum at the beginning, because it's like, got some valid points here. Y'all pretty much just got stolen material here. So
like, nah, y'all stole this. Y'all stole this from Wakanda. First of all, how'd you get this out of Wakanda?
Well, it was a thing that had vibranium. It was a vibranium pickaxe or some bullshit.
Yeah. How'd you get it out of Wakanda?
History.
Do you know that happened not too long ago, where the news had these Native Americans in front of the Smithsonian, like, we're so happy that our tribe is still together, and it's behind in the Smithsonian for everyone to see our tapestry, to see our history. And you get somebody from that same tribe going, yeah, so when they gonna give it back to us? Like, that was my grandma's. Like, I would like it back, like, anytime. Like, do they own it? No, they don't. They took it from us during the Civil War. I would like to have it back now.
Yes, and that's what's wild about it. It's like they're taking all the gold,
and that happens in war all the time.
Yeah, it's like somebody. I mean, look, it was an episode of The Simpsons, but it was accurate. World War II, a lot of shit was getting stolen. Paintings, a lot of shit. It's accurate.
I love that saying because I know it almost by heart. Where you see Montgomery Burns got the picture. Hey, Burns, what do you do with that picture? What are you going to do with that picture? I'm taking it. Take it, like why are you taking it? Like, well, you take it. That don't belong to us. Who that doesn't belong to us? Who to belong to? What? The Nazis? The one who shoot at us all day? No, I say we all take it. How many of you are familiar with a tongue dean? Yes, you, Asa. Yeah. Essentially, yes, Ox, tell us. Essentially, we all come to agreement, but the last main participant become the sole possessor of all them 30 pictures.
The scene is just
Who would have
genius.
thought the
It's
goofy
like,
sounding one actually knows what shit is?
sounds very
We're all
soothing.
coming down in a binding contract where the last main participant will be the sole possessor of all them 30 pictures.
But no, it really kind of shows like how fucked up everything is, because like even with America winning, put in quotes and stuff, you're forgetting about your war leaving behind like the people, the inner conflicts between the citizens and the armies. You forget about those things because it's like because again, but like Gates sat there and said later on, when he tried to get my man to give him the cars, you know, basically Bush galvanized those folks to fight back, and now it was like, yeah, we're just gonna leave you high and dry now. You know, mission accomplished. And it's like, damn, so you're not going to help the people that you told to rise up against Saddam? Like, you just, damn. Like,
we ain't gonna do nothing about that. I mean, listen, peace
oil.
Treaty. No. Enough. The peace treaty, the ceasefire was enough.
It's like it's good. It's good. Meanwhile,
as long as nobody breaks the peace. Nothing needs to be done.
Well, apparently the citizens are getting fucked up because, you know, when they roll up there in that fucking milk truck and it gets fucking shot up, and I'm like, damn, they starving out the people.
Hey, listen. Shit happens. I mean, you shouldn't have been living there.
Welcome to war, baby. Shit.
Hey, you know what?
Look, we said
that sounds messed up, but that's that.
We want freedom. I'm like, okay, whatever. So you chose your side.
But again, that's the deeper humanity of it. Because even my old boy Saeed, he was like, I joined the military to help my family out. And again, like D said, white guy, I did it too. I just need a couple extra cash.
I did the same thing for the extra money.
But again, it's like, but same time, at the end of the day, I'm just doing my job. So, you know, yeah, we're torturing you, but you broke the ceasefire. So,
and you know something? It was your soldiers that actually taught me what I know.
Yep. Which is an accurate thing too. Very accurate.
It's really, that's the real crux of it to me, that they sat there and so, like he said, if we're going to do this, we got to be in and out. We can't have no bodies. We can't have nobody trailing behind us. Two things they didn't factor in: how much gold they had to get, and number two, they had to be ready for, you know, for anything. Luckily for them, I think Archie knew what he was doing the entire time. He was because, just to be honest, he's special forces. He's a ranger. He knows exactly what the fuck he needs to do in warfare.
That's about to retire. He's about to retire anyway.
That's one thing a lot of people don't really take into stock when it comes to soldiers. Yes, and this is nothing taken off of SEALs. Yes, U.S. SEALs are fucking awesome. You know what's scary? A nigga in the special forces, somebody that's a ranger, somebody that's a Green Beret, they're fucking scary. You know why? Because they're smart. These people are like super intelligent, and you add that on to warfare, they know how to deal with that shit. So he probably factored in, okay, if we do this, if we run into this, we gotta do this and all that. What they wasn't ready for was a second somebody got shot. And it was
on. And here's what was crazy too.
Ceasefire. How are we going to backtrack out this bitch?
But here was crazy too, because the soldiers that were guarding Saddam's stuff, the dude that was there when they rolled up there was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. If you want to take Saddam, go for it, right? But again, the humanity of Gates.
I love that there's two levels of those guards. There was the ones they obviously just
are scared shitless.
That, shoot. They're like, because they all said the same thing. America free.
It's the hugging for me where I'm like, get the fuck off me, bro. Like,
America is here.
It's the United States of freedom.
You like rap? You like hip hop? That shit.
United States of freedom. Good. Baby need milk, baby. like
nah, here the rap music one. Sorry, I would have had to open fire off of suspicion so long.
Fucking war crimes already, huh? I mean, we already committed war crimes.
Man, that's
war
sus.
crimes even more.
No, that's sus. You gonna come to me about some rap music? How do I know you ain't strapped? You know, you ain't wired some shit to yourself. I mean, there's somebody in the back scream a little Akbar. So
I mean, look. Did you love Marky Mark shoot my man in the neck at the beginning? Like, are we supposed to be shooting? And everybody's just dicking around in the background.
I like how one of those soldiers was clearly Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim. How you doing? Well, I don't know why you're in this movie either. But
you had to pay off that Porsche, all right? You had to pay off the Porsche.
What Porsche? He was a comedian in the late 90s. That motherfucker was lucky he had a Honda. He had a Mazda 626 with a busted muffler.
Here's the thing. Do you understand that doing
on that? That was clearly That was clearly like an RX-7.
But you have to understand this with this movie. If you're a comedian and doing a movie, that's like a pretty high paying gig. So yeah, just saying, it's possible. Anyways, the fact that my man was gonna let him go with the gold, right? He was just like, because again, the whole thing of, like you said, 2 tiers of soldiers. You had the one soldiers that were scared shitless that they're taking Saddam's gold. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? He's gonna kill us. The soldier, my man, that was Joe Cool up there was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'll make up some bullshit to Saddam. Take the gold, get the fuck on. Cool. But
that's a risk I'm willing to take.
I'm willing to take the risk. What's Saddam going to do to me? It's war. What do you think is going to happen? I can just say Bush took it and we're fine. We're great. You know, it's like, come on.
They took our guns.
They took our guns.
They got the drop on us.
They got the drop on us. But
15 Americans, all with guns, Marines.
Special ops.
100 Navy SEALs.
Charlie Sheen, Michael Bean.
Charlie Sheen. Instead of thinking Platoon, the first thing that hopped in my brain was him on Hot Shots. So
oh no, I didn't
get Platoon, Charlie Sheen. I got Hot Shots.
No. Y'all never seen that? It's a dope ass fucking movie. Navy SEAls, him and Michael Bean. Were
I know about the Navy.
I know that movie.
But nah.
Like I said, instead of seeing that, I saw that one.
But nah, Gates has a moment of clarity because one of the soldiers did. Okay, again, I don't understand the conflict. He just shoots the mother in the head, and I was like, "Was that necessary, my man?" Like,
completely unnecessary.
You know what? I always say
uncalled for shit.
It really was. It was like
always funny though, but it's always funny how
pistol whipped her. Like, you just.
It's always funny how us Americans see Middle Eastern people when they do some shit like that. We always make it like, see how the women suffer in that country. It's like America. We just do this weird, almost fake fucking bullshit when it comes to
you need to clarify that.
Their
you
plight.
Need to clarify that because I need to get the Uncle Phil we. First off, we're black, so we know what the fuck comes with that. We're black. That woman getting shot in the head is like.
I like how Chris G checked me immediately. All right, first off, nigga, we. Let's break that word.
Ain't no we. Because we see that, and we're just sitting there like, bro, you could have just pistol whipped the girl. You shot her in the head. What are we doing here, man?
The fuck is we, nigga?
It's a damn shame. This shit happens every day.
It really is. Again, that's the other aspect of it. Because like D said, white people really don't understand that, but we know, like, that's some everyday shit right there. Like,
hey, Shorty, I feel for you, but I gotta get back home. So we're gonna take this gold and get the fuck up out of here.
See, that's D. D is just because again, Spike Jonze' character was like, bro, you said in and out. What the fuck are we doing here? Like,
they got Cliff Curtis. They found Cliff Curtis. Cliff Curtis like this.
Oh man, Yo, did you peep the fucking torture device? They had this dude on a fucking spring bed with the electricity on. I'm like, yo.
Nigga had the red and black clamps.
Man, with the red and black clamps, and they had the and the fucking 80s fucking thing that switches the power on shit, like clunk, 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 the heavy duty industrial shit. Man. That's some torture.
They gave him the Rambo 2 special, the first Blood Part 2 special.
He was like Chris. This though. He wasn't even like this.
Hey, yo, Chris, you know I can't take that scene seriously now because of Robot Chicken, right? Rebel, number 5. What? Like, Mr. Rambo, how your hair so pretty and so vibrant in this heat? What kind of conditioner you use?
I gotta watch it.
I like how he's like, your body's so ripped and muscular. You didn't eat for weeks. What you doing? How you call?
Oh, dude, they put my man Saeed in fucking Robot Chicken. Hey, what's going on, my main man?
So
big fucking bricks.
I got a question, my main man.
Why
they do that to the Michael Jackson?
No, the question.
Hey, he was right on that, though. That's crazy.
The question is, what is wrong with Michael Jackson? What is the problem with Michael Jackson?
Mark Wahlberg over there. Mark Wahlberg, look, hee, woo, no, woo, hee.
King of pop.
Mark Wahlberg
The king of pop.
Eris, did you laugh hard when you did that? Woohoo!
I did. I laughed at it. I was like, make it worse. Honestly, Saeed turned into me.
I know, man.
This was me.
I would torture a white person if they
Mark
did.
Wahlberg over there being every white person. What are you talking about? I like Thriller.
No. When he said it, no, it wasn't that. Bro, it's when he said, listen, America didn't do that. He did it to himself.
Oh, dude, that was the hard coach in the NFL 90s fucking clipboard.
Hard clipboard. We don't make clipboards like that no more. You got hit
with the metal part.
You make it during the Cold War.
No. Dude, you got hit with the metal part of the clip.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Back then, during the Cold War, they were built differently.
That was Ford tough.
If you are lucky at the right job, if you're at the right blue collar job, you can still find clipboards that were made in the 1980s.
I've seen them at UPS.
Rocking.
My dad took me to UPS as a kid. Yo, you right. UPS had them shits hanging right there.
Them old clipboards. You know they're old because the ends are rotted out, but for whatever reason, it's still sturdy, so they can still use that shit.
Probably kill some people with that shit.
Hey, y'all. We don't make trees like that no more. That's how old them bitches.
Just call the trees pussy.
Hey, Tevin, I gotta. No, I have a slight fight with you on that one. By 91, that medium brown complexion was gone.
I thought
it's
it was
called
like
Remember
93.
the Time. Look at Remember the Time. That nigga was white.
Okay.
No, I even remember the time. It wasn't.
That white skin.
No, that was black or white, nigga. Not remember.
I know. That's what I said. Black or white was 91, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what
it was the first. It was the first hit. You said remember the time. Remember the time.
I know. I didn't reference the song. I know.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying the fact that we saw him in a tank top, white ass skin. That's all.
Dude, but you know what? But I like that scene though because again, a lot of racial antics of that scene. Yeah,
white people walked around like we didn't make him go crazy.
But that's what made that interrogation so great because it's like you have this brown guy literally fucking taking this white guy to task on racism, and he's like, "I like Thriller. What are you talking about?"
This just goes to show. No, this is 91. 2 years. Hold on. 91. Wait, hold on. 2 years. 2 years before America literally took a shit on Michael.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of ironic, but. You're right. It's you pointing out the racism in America to a level that a white person can understand. Like, and let's just keep it real. This is an Iraqi person seeing this shit like, so y'all just cool with making that motherfucker feel bad because he's black, huh?
And that's what made it wild because
y'all just cool with that shit.
He'll turn the skin white, hair super straight. What is going on? Why did your dirty country do this to this?
Dude, because when he's telling,
you have a problem with the black man in America,
dude. Because that's the thing, because that's what makes, and that's another angle to this scene is like Barlow is just Marky Mark's character. He's sitting up there trying to fucking do the whole, well, you guys are just as evil as us, and he's like, oh, buddy, don't do that. No.
Hey,
and that's why he did that. That's why he made the Michael Jackson. And I was like, no, y'all sat there and are just as fucking messed up as we are. What are you talking about?
So I want to put it out here. A black all-star wrote this movie, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
John Riley. He, if y'all don't know what he did, I'm gonna just name off some things that he's written. Three Kings, Undercover Brother, Red Tails, 12 Years a Slave, which he won awards off of. Ben-Hur, that Shirley Jones. He wrote 3 episodes of Martin, 2 episodes of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 2 episodes of the John Larroquette Show. He was on your favorite show, Chris, Teen Knight Rider. I'm joking, by the way. He was on 8 episodes of Third Watch. He created the show that D talked about, one of the first videos that 3 Black Geeks ever had of me talking about Platinum. He was the executive producer and writer of that show. This nigga wrote an episode of Static Shock. He wrote one of my favorite episodes of Justice League, Star-Crossed. He was Eris, one of our low-key favorite shows at the time. He wrote and executive producer for the Barbershop show that was out during that time. He wrote for he's an executive right now on Godfather of Harlem. So this nigga has written for a bunch of stuff that we like.
But here's the thing: I have to put an asterisk on Ridley. It's for one thing.
Listen,
okay,
I'm listening.
He did a great book for DC called The Other Side of DC History, with pretty much talking about all the minority characters like Katana, Black Lightning, Vixen, and all those pretty much all the minority Justice League, DC heroes and villains that we know, right? Came to Marvel to do Black Panther, and that book was fucking trash.
My brother, we have to support the black man in all his endeavors.
Brother, hey, look, that was the one time. That was the one.
You know what?
That's the one. Hold on. That was the one time collectively, all of us black comic book readers were just like, so we all in agreement that Ridley's Black Panther was trash, right? All right, cool. I thought I was tripping for a second.
It is brother.
Oh yeah.
Like, here's the thing that I've been noticing. I don't have enough fucking stats on it, and I'm not about to go on no rant right now about it. But Chris, there has been at least 4 black writers everybody was excited to see write for Marvel, and it felt like it was put through a machine and made into something terrible.
Yeah, Coates.
There's been not Cook. Don't do that shit.
No, I said Coates. I'm saying Coates to a degree only because initially it felt.
I want to put Coates in that. I don't want to put him in that.
Okay. No, you're right.
I think Coates, for the most part, like any other solid black writers, don't kind of go that way in Marvel. Okay. But the ones that come in from a different that's really what I'm getting at. Remember when everybody was excited to read that Falcon story and it was fucking shit, the one I read that I wasted my life on? Like, there are stories that where it's like written by a black person. Oh shit, this is about to slap, and it's terrible. Miles Morales got a couple of them. He has a few of them. Where they let whatever Eris, I don't know what nigga they picked off the street to write it, but it felt like a UPN show that wasn't funny. That's what it was.
And that's the thing. And like I said,
I don't have enough
like going back
to really start ranting on that. But I'm just saying.
Going back to Ridley, it's like I know a lot of people that took it a step further and was like, "Oh, he's a hack writer." I was like, "Guys, easy," because here's the thing about writers. Even Stephen King had a couple of stinkers as a writer. Okay, so my thing is this with Ridley. As much as I put an asterisk next to Ridley, I'm saying that as a joke, but like it's like Black Panther is probably like his run was probably his most black eye in terms of like a writer. And like I said, at the end of the day, for me,
I don't blame you for that.
So it's like
everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. So that's why I was like, I didn't knock him for that. I guess it was just like, well, maybe he wasn't the right writer for this book.
Let me put it this way: I love Dwayne McDuffie. I can look at least 2 of those things that he did on the original run of Milestone, where it's like, yeah, nigga, get this Hotep shit out of my face.
You were sleepwalking on this, weren't you?
Get this Hoteppy shit out of my face. I understand that's how we were back then, but nigga, nobody about to buy this shit. Ain't nobody about to buy this shit seriously. So everybody gets one. Gets one. Anyway.
So cinematography wise, Eris, how did you love them when they kind of went through like what happens in the human body when you get shot and they showed insides and stuff? I actually liked that.
For 1999, that was wonderful.
That is pure chef.
All the like when he said when it pierces in the bowel, and I was like, yo.
The way they showed the bullet go in and what happens and what it does. I'm like, bro, that's some shit that will have you scared straight on some nigga. I hope I do not get shot ever out here.
Oh, Marky Mark getting hit in the lungs, and when he puts his ear to the thing and you see the air in the lungs and shit, I was like, yo, that is dope as fuck.
He was like, "Oh, bro, we got to plug this."
Oh no, I
Release
love
the
this.
valve. He was like, release the valve and then turn it back. They close it back up again.
This is why I could never be a surgeon, man, because that's something that you would have to see in surgery is like shit like, a hole in a lung that you got to fix, and just like that's
a temp fix until
Yeah, I
you
know.
until you got some true medical attention.
One of the things
VA medical.
I actually when I worked at the hospital, I actually worked in the operating room, cleaning operating rooms and shit like that. I seen blood. I can take scenes shit like that. I'm always the one thing that D cannot see is the first incision. That fucking creeps me out. I can't do it. It just whatever. But I saw somebody get their life saved. It was like everybody in the pretty much in the operating room was all looking at what was going on about some dude got shot, or no, some kid got stabbed in the chest, and basically I saw them carefully take the knife out the dude's chest and everything. Everybody, when I mean doctors, people sweeping the floor, motherfuckers that's only there to drop off shit, we all like, yo, this is how it looks. that shit is crazy, man. And to see that this movie does some shit like that, where you can actually see it, like with the whole, all of that shit right there didn't cost them more than $100 to show.
Because you're
and that's what I like about it.
It's just basically squibs, and you're
just showing everything. You just put plastic on top of that and show how the breathing goes and all the rest of it. The style that this movie has is really good.
It's very good.
Really good. I thought it's dated, but dated in the right direction of dated. You know what I mean?
It was good until I had to take a couple of points away for the Warriors of Virtue frame rate in a couple of parts.
Okay. That's something that it felt like
1990s.
No, here's what it was. This is my theory.
I thought the video player was messing up when I saw it.
No, but I saw what Russell was trying to do. I did
for 2 seconds there. So I'm like, oh, no, that's how the movie go.
No, I was like, go ahead, Chris.
I get what Russell was trying to do. It felt like he was trying to do a unique stylized take of like a shootout, but you didn't have the money to do a full sequence and stuff. So you had to do like freeze.
I felt like they ran out of money.
You didn't have the budget to get the Matrix cameras.
Like the closest you got is when they killed the two snipers during the third act and stuff like that was the closest you were going to get to that. And even the helicopter fight.
Chris, speaking of snipers, my favorite scene. That one dude, pop. Who got him? Some kid up there. Pop, 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 pop. That tank turned around. Boom. Here's me. He probably survived though.
Me? No. I thought with the fact you see the camera and the zoom in on the kid, I was like, damn, rest in peace, little homie.
Not really, because my thing
is this. Bitch, run!
Nah, because after that building blew up, this was me.
What's up, baby? Talk that shit now.
That was no. That was Akeem.
Hey, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do that? That's a tank. You have an AK.
But here's my thing. Okay, here's the thing. That's real as hell too, because again, child soldiers. But my thing is, my man, you're sniping a couple of guys. As soon as you saw them say, whatever, combat roll out off that roof or something. I mean, even if you broke a leg, at least you're gone. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
bro, you broke a leg.
Nobody told
he shot the tank. And my man shot the tank. My man shot the tank.
Nobody told Jafari what to do. He stayed up there.
Hey, he was for the good of the village.
No, he was over here shooting at the tank like he was aiming for the freaking gas cap in San Andreas, like it would blow up if he hit it.
Hey, look, that would be funny as shit if it did happen, though. Like, this nigga got lucky.
No, at that point, this movie is a cartoon. I'm sorry.
When I saw that though, Eris, and it's all right. Like, number one, the film, like, it's that 90s type of directing that's what I meant. It's dated, but it's dated to almost stylize the movie. You know what I mean? Like like that's what I really liked about it, despite the half the frame rate. The one scene where I said, "Okay, I get it. You really love what movie you're putting out there." Remember that scene where George shot Homeboy back, and they show George standing there. You see the clouds moving in the background, and they show Ice Cube standing there. They show the clouds moving in the background. I'm like, I can't tell that a music video director didn't have nothing to do with this.
Noble
movie.
U.S. soldiers.
Dude, I was like, the way the movie is shot and the cinematography is just screams 90s. And
that shot with the clouds,
I'm glad it did.
Past. That shot with the clouds moving past. I looked at that. I was like, bro, this right here looks like an advertisement for the military.
I mean, look, it's if you think about it,
U.S. Marines.
Let's be real. Like we talk all the time about propaganda and stuff. You know, everybody tweet. The big thing on early Twitter was like when Transformers movie come out. What was all this propaganda with the military? And I'm like,
it was.
Oh, that was propaganda.
So when I look at this movie, you're right, Sue. It is kind of like this is some propaganda ass shit, join the war effort kind of thing.
Okay, now can I this? I think this movie falls under the same.
Every sign up gets one war bond.
Who the fuck still has war bonds in present day?
People that remember Captain America USO show.
Oh my god! I saw
turn around, punch Hitler.
He's a that's what I hear when I hear war bonds. Yo, but no,
that shit would never work in war today. You know how much bullshit that is. USO shows like dance, yeah.
They still do USO shows. WWE went out to the Middle East every year to do the USO show.
True. You're right.
Do it for the troops. Body slam for America. But no,
Lex Luthor. I'm Vince McMahon, and I support the troops.
Here's Lex Luthor in USA undies. All right, cool. I guess.
The worst Hogan replacement ever.
One of the greatest.
He's a total package, sir. All right.
He's a total package.
Total package of shit, but
you go to that blonde hair.
Dude,
I'm not Arnold size.
He body slammed Yokozuna. And when this man, Macho Man, was pouring it, he dropped him all the way to the bottom of that boot. For America, Harris, because we were fighting the Japanese. We weren't fighting the Japanese, but we needed America to be there for us.
You had to defeat Mr. Fuji. All right, come on. This.
Mr. Fuji wasn't part of that. Yes, he was. He actually was.
He was.
I'm thinking of Jim Cornette when Jim Cornette and Owen Hart were together. Harris, shut up. Shut your fucking mouth, Harris.
The Regenerator is not impressed.
Hey, but you know,
he has no part in this movie, okay?
Here's the sick part. Take Spike Jonze out and put Gary Busey in there. This movie will be amplified.
No. Jake Busey, maybe.
It's like look.
A young big tooth.
Look. I'm going in. I'm taking it with me.
Saddam at least 55 clicks down the road, gentlemen. We need to go and find a decisive way to take him out.
Gary Busey looks like he'd be the guy that you needed to find Osama bin Laden. All right. And he's crazy enough to find him.
He would have found him too.
He probably would have found him. Gary Busey looks like he would have found him and been just chilling, drinking beer with him.
The Lex Express was going to every town in America, spreading the word of America and Lex being expressed. You know, Lex wasn't even on the goddamn bus.
I know,
right?
You
know that bus went everywhere in the country without that nigga on it.
You know how pissed off I was when he was at fucking USA Arena and he wasn't in a Lex bus?
You asking for Lex Luger in '94. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. We still had Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and
Diesel.
this nigga on commentary, and you over there. I gotta see Luger. What? Fuck is wrong with you? Actually, my nigga was part of the action. Oh, what's the name was there too? Sid was there.
Yeah.
The fuck is your problem?
Outside of Alexis pressure. Come on, Lex.
Lex
Come on, Lex, I believe in you.
Lex didn't even want to be in the WWE, man.
Kid. He didn't show up to this house show. I'm sorry.
But we got Nails and Big Boss Man over here. Like, all right, I guess.
Do you like Razor Ramon? Come on. Let's go see Razor Ramon.
Chico. Razor Ramon.
Hey, toothpick. Hey, yo, that shit. Come on.
But after the slow motion fight, them get bombarded with tear gas, which that shit burns like a motherfucker. Ain't gonna lie.
Yes. Oh,
shit's no
yes.
joke. And when he said it's tear gas times 10, I was like, oh God, oh dear Lord, where's the milk?
He thought it was on what's the name? He thought
Chemical
it was
bombs.
Yeah, they thought it was on Sarin, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which is a good thing. A lot of us, actually, I didn't know about that until actually a few days ago. Just didn't. But I didn't. But that was the chemical that the Germans used probably once, and they was like, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't do this shit. This is very war crimey."
Germans, aka the genocide, fucking. Old athletic of the millennium or year.
Exactly. Forever. They said this was too barbaric. You know what Saddam Hussein said? Cowabunga it is. Fuck them niggas.
It's like fucking Russell Simmons said.
Cough until you die.
It's like Russell Simmons looked at Bill Cosby like, bro, that's too much raping. What are we doing here?
Yeah, the whole crate. He just spun around with the crate. Yeet. I'm sorry. I can see Saddam Hussein on top of a building, spinning around in place and just throwing that joke.
Seismic tossing it, sir.
Fucking dad.
Doing a Rick Barry underhand ball free throw joke.
Then when it hits his target, he does this. Fucking dabs.
Saddam Hussein doing pop and locking, hurling motherfucking all tear gas grenades all over Baghdad.
Playing bombs over Baghdad the whole time.
Shout out to them Iraqi niggas chilling in the basement, watching Rodney King get his ass whooped to party all the time in the background.
Yeah. Bro, that sounded like a party in that basement. For real.
Also, Marky Mark, strike one for me because you shitted on Party all the time.
He said, "This is not good for you. This is bad music."
So that's strike one. Strike one.
Personally, I would have loved it. I would have loved it if he did some fourth wall breaking shit and say, "Here, listen to this." And he plays good vibration.
So yeah, that's something you dance to. Nod your head to that shit.
Strike one, Mark.
Here's a good one for you, Harris. Here's a good one. Keep it like, nah, turn that shit off. Turn on this. He put on it's easy. Nah, not that shit. That's a good one. That would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. But anyway, but Marky Mark, but let me tell y'all something. Look at D. I hate Marky Mark.
We know you do. We know
Mark Wahlberg. No, I'm telling the
he's telling the truth
of 3BG Podcast.
If you haven't listened to our band podcast on Fear, listen to it. He says the same exact thing there.
I do not like him. I do not like you, Sam. I do not like how you squint in every goddamn movie like that. I don't like how you're clearly still racist. I don't like how you've been getting everything handed to you. You remember that movie y'all did when y'all was like in a boat and shit, and it flipped over and capsized, and you was the last one there, and it was like, oh my God, Mark Wahlberg, I fucking hate your ass. So the thing is this, y'all. I say all this to say this:
4 Brothers coming soon.
We're doing 4 Brothers, so don't worry. We will do 4 Brothers.
Unhinged Marky Mark.
I don't like Marky Mark. I don't.
Him and Chuator was just dining on that movie the whole time. even though Chewatore is the better.
Ride a penis.
Yes.
Ride a penis.
These
with
two,
this person,
these
Chris.
two, this guy. See, Cap is my guy. Transformers 4.
And
he
both of
saved
y'all
that
can ride
movie.
the same penis.
He saved the last night.
Y'all can both ride the bumpy penis.
Chris, why you say fuck me for? I was fine with Marky and Transformers.
Okay.
Fourth one. I didn't bother watching last night because
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Because you two told me how terrible it was when I was overseas. So I didn't bother watching it.
I have never seen a movie where Anthony Hopkins truly was doing it for the check.
Boy, Chris.
That's check spelled with a Q. That is check
Chris,
spelled with a Q.
We make fun of you a lot when it comes to you and Marvel movies. Chris, you never copped so many pleas, and then Chris, through the whole movie of last night, was copping so many pleas just for us to get to the end of that shit when we was recording in the car. So I was doing it. That movie wasn't good. It was like Chris just gave up.
I was trying, but Anthony Hopkins getting yeeted by fucking.
That was the greatest thing in the world. That was the greatest thing. Because when that happened, Chris, when we saw an old man doing a front flip in the air, no sound, just like this, no sound.
Galvatron yeeting Anthony Hopkins. I
Chris
never knew I wanted to see it.
Chris was like, you can't do that movie. You can't do it. I like, and Chris, you know what stood out to me actually? Now we're talking about it. You know what stood out to me the most?
What?
How you and I were the only ones reacting to anything in this movie. Me and Chris, Eris, when I say that room was quiet.
Julian was fucking dying laughing because he was 2 rows in front of us and he was fucking dying laughing at us fucking laughing at this movie.
Because we were just making fun of the whole movie. Everybody else is just like that. Just couple people falling asleep. It was great. But Eris, that's how I do. No. And then the best part, we leave. And of course, there's somebody asking, so what do you think of the movie? One motherfucker, I loved it. Shut up. No, you didn't. Oh, I was about to get mad.
I'm just as
Bitch,
mad
you
as
asleep.
I'm just as mad as the fucking.
I ain't never been in a premiere where it was that quiet. No one reacted to anything.
I'm just as mad as that is my man that really thought Triple X fucking Return of Xander Cage was cinema that everybody had to stay quiet to and shush me. And I'm like, the fuck out of here. It's Vin Diesel. Get out of my face with that shit.
Man, shut the fuck up. We good, bro. You good. Turn around. We're looking at the
It's
goddamn
Vin Diesel.
movie,
It's Vin Diesel. Relax.
Motherfuckers really thought they was.
I was too loud. I was too loud.
No. Motherfuckers really thought that they were watching Citizen Kane with Vin Diesel in it.
Clearly, I'm like, bro.
I was too loud when Jet Li hopped on the bike and it turned into not Jet Li, but Donnie Yen hopped on the bike and all of a sudden they got like jets on them. Because when it did that, I was way too loud. But I was way too loud.
I'm laughing.
Kicked out that movie there.
Look. They did give us, the white people. All right, guys. Next time, just don't be loud. I get you're excited.
That movie was terrible, nigga. Oh, that movie was terrible.
And yet, we somehow made that movie entertaining because all the black folks in there were fucking dying laughing at the commentary. So we did something right. We were doing something.
We had three black geeks. We have our moments. One in particular will still forever be my favorite was Ma. All three of us got a good pop for our outbursts.
I was saying it's like this, but going back to this movie though, but just like
Chris, I'm sorry. Remember the last movie you and I saw? They turned the car around, me, loud as day. You don't have to do that. The whole movie, like, thank you. I'm like, y'all really don't have to turn it. We don't have to do this. I know we got 20 more minutes, but we don't gotta do this shit.
Me and Chris at that one part of Venom: The Last Dance. Why you sacrifice yourself?
It's kind of pointless here, right? Like.
Eris during
What?
Maul. I would never forget this. Eris during Maul. I forgot what the scene was because we probably will do Maul one day. I'm not promising nothing. It ain't worth it. But Eris, you with that white girl got killed. What? What?
It was that one, and it was when the mom finally decided to act like a mom, and I said, "Oh, now you're a parent."
I'm laughing because you know what's funny? If all three of us were stealing Saddam's gold, Arrows would have looked at old girl getting shot in the head and been like, well, time to get out of here. Fired up.
I'm like, damn.
That's crazy.
No. Hey, damn. I'm like, damn. How much gas that John got? Yeah. Keep that shit running. Let's go.
I would have tossed the gun to one of them and been like, have fun. There's 6 bullets left. Do with that what you will.
Listen.
Now, y'all.
Listen, I'm already stealing the gold that belongs to Kuwait, but it was taken by Saddam, whatever. I'm doing the stealing of the stealing. What I will not do is break the freaking ceasefire. I will not break the peace treaty. I will not be the one to do it. No.
So y'all see what happened to homegirl?
You could shut the fuck up.
Well, old girl with the cast.
Y'all gonna be meeting Allah. Y'all keep this shit up. So I suggest.
Did you say meet Allah?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be meeting Allah. Allah meaning God. Yes, God. The maker. The executive producer of Earth. Yes.
Now here's the thing.
The giant.
They actually used
the giant eyeball opens up.
They actually used refugees, Iraqi refugees for like the supporting cast, like Cliff Curtis and those folks.
Realism.
Realism. They actually got actual refugees that actually were beefing with.
I'm not going to question.
Actually were beefing with Saddam in real life, and they got them to be extras.
Because it was 99, still beefing with Saddam.
Yeah, I mean, he's still beefing. Yeah, hey, equal opportunity hater over here. I'd be if I was hating on Saddam, I'd be in the movie too. So
they was off that fuck this nigga energy for years.
You paying me what? Bet.
Just imagine though. It's 2003. Saddam is in his room. Don't you walk away till you hear me say, please. What's going on? What do you mean America's outside?
Hey, look, I never in my life wanted to ever see.
I can't believe I felt bad for. All dictators on whatever level they are, they're a dictator. They're not for the people. What dictator? Name a dictator that was actually for the people, and not a certain section of people, and not the people that he didn't fucking eradicate in a genocide. How many Castro even in? There was a section of what Castro didn't like white people. You know that, right?
Oh no, that's why
a lot of those white Cubans went over to Miami where they were free.
Hold on, D. To be fair,
one of them became the biggest drug lord in all of South Florida.
To be fair, though, Castro was like, to be fair, those white Cubans were upholding white supremacy, and Castro was like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Exactly. Nah, that's American, nigga.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Back here.
Slaves, the hell out of here.
Like he's like this. Like, but Castro, are you gonna feed your people? I'm gonna think about this shit, man. Look, I can only do shit one at a time. Here.
Dr. Doom. If we talk, Dr. Doom.
Fuck out of here. Doom ain't for the people. See,
Lavaria.
Doom is just shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about the variants. Let's not do this, Eric. Chris, let's not do this. He's just as bad as Magneto, and I'm so sick and tired of all you Doom stands. Ooh, Doom's actually for the people. Lotharia is actually pretty. Fuck all that shit. All of them are brainwashed. How do you brainwash a whole fucking country?
How you going?
I don't want to hear that shit. He's
man.
just as bad as Magneto.
D, it's quite easy. Ask Scarlet Witch.
Man, I'm sorry.
It's quite easy.
I'm sorry.
D, it's real easy. Ask Scarlet Witch.
I mean,
no, she manipulated time, space, and reality. That's different, nigga.
No, sir. She kidnapped an entire town.
No,
And
he's
had
talking. No, he's the comics. It kind of was similar, except it was like,
she took
yeah, it
over,
was,
like,
yeah,
chugging
it
her.
was either way. It's the same shit. So yeah, but either
It's
which
the
way,
same
I mean,
shit.
I'm
Whatever.
just speaking
She
on
manipulated
WandaVision
time.
where you took an entire town hostage and had them
Yeah.
live through three.
Hostage.
Oh, no.
Hostage.
Hold up.
Hostage.
And had them live through 3 different decades.
Eris,
How you think Wolverine felt when he woke up? And wait a minute, who was Wolverine with? Wait a minute, no, who was Luke
Mystique.
Cage with?
Mystique.
You see, he was with a
So
stick.
basically,
Yeah.
Eris, real quick. So Scarlet Witch did what she saw in WandaVision, but she did it around the world. So what happened was Wolverine and them, the mutants, own Shield now. Luke Cage and Hawkeye and them are human freedom fighters.
Yeah, that's who was a Hawkeye.
Yeah,
He was a Hawkeye.
yeah, they're human freedom fighters that basically
I
turn
like
about.
how Gambit
basically-
was a bad guy, but he was like a shitty bad guy.
Yeah, so basically, turnabout's fair play. Humans are now basically the niggas of the world, and the mutants are supremacy because Magneto is like head of his own country now. I think Genosha and all that shit. It's like, yo,
So all of that. So
I like
all,
how
so you say all of that. You say all of that just to say one thing. Stay woke.
You know what the part I liked about that?
Mhm.
When they finally got to Magneto talking about it, Magneto like this. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. This is good. This is good. Magneto. Eric. What's wrong? That bitch is crazy, man. I know. Crazy. I don't know what
You see a single no,
but
you see
the one thing I
you
like
see him
though is
smile,
Chris-
you see him smiling with a single tear. Nothing is wrong.
nothing's wrong at all.
he was Eric Chris. He was jolly.
He was.
No. He was almost on that same level. But Chris, I liked what I liked about it though was
nothing is
him
wrong.
going against Scarlet was actually him going against who he was as a mutant, and that's the thing I actually liked about it. It was like, hey, bruh, do you see how your utopia look, nigga?
Nothing is wrong. Please, excuse me. Nothing is wrong.
Then you got a wild Hawkeye.
I caught that. I caught the one thing that you did the joke for.
Then you have a wild Hawkeye going Leroy Jenkins and saying, you know what? I'm gonna put an arrow in this bitch's head. It's like, all right, well, anybody see Hawkeye? Oh shit, the kids.
Lord, yeah. All right. So
what's the worst thing that happened? She stops the arrow.
last thing that kid saw. Actually, that was the kid in the tank. Actually,
yeah. That fist is a fucking missile.
Hey, I gotta be real. The brutality of that scene of the tank shooting the roof was kind of like, god damn, like
I'm saying, ain't no way.
And when they were shooting it, when they started shooting the mortars off in the air, and the whole motherfucking Jeep flipped over and shit like that, yeah. And it was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? There's smoke everywhere. That's when they got all motherfucking Marky Mark. Which the one thing that they focused on, but they didn't really do a lot of, and it was really more for the tension, but I hate it because it was kind of fake tension. Mm-hmm. You saw all the mines that were on the ground, and people are just running, not touching none of them.
I think
I would see probably one or two mines go off in this whole movie.
I think if you're used to mines being there,
everywhere.
But I think it's one of those out of stay, out of mind. If you're used to mines being on the ground, you just know how to do it. But there was kind of like, hey, y'all soldiers here. How do you know placements of where to run? I mean, I can get the kids and the people there because they got a tank.
They got a tank.
And see, and Chris actually brings up a scene where, they was talking about, we ain't see no action and all that. And your boy Archer, like, yeah, it is. He stopped and you see that one body that was underneath the sand. And he was like, yeah, everything's buried. They swept everything through. You know what I mean? When they blew everything up, they blew everything up.
Like this what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, there's dead bodies everywhere out here. What are you talking about?
But I mean, that's the thing. That was war. It was just an air war, and everything was bombed. Like I said, Saeed even said it. Like, yo, you bombed all of fucking Iraq. Did you get your mission accomplished on that shit?
Kind of.
No, yeah.
That's why there's a whole bunch of kids who are immigrating into this country who can legally vote. Said, I ain't voting for Kamala Harris.
I mean, but that's
what happened.
That's the catch-22 of it. But
that's the catch-22 about being America anyway. And it's one of the things that America put them niggas down, because one of them niggas ran away from that country, and the other motherfucker, he's American. He's just Barbados about it. But that's the thing.
Think about this.
I mean, but that's a conflict that you see about like how it's basically you think you're the good guys, but the only thing you did was create another group of terrorists or a potential bad guy because you orphaned them. So what did you accomplish?
And that's the thing about war that always gets me, period, man. You can't shut down a whole group of people, not give a fuck about their plight or nothing like that, or try to get rid of them and think that 20 years later you're not going to see no conflict from them. Everybody ain't going to be the Japanese, nigga.
Yep.
Because even them niggas hated America for a while still.
Yeah, because it's a full circle thing and stuff. Because
and not everybody going to roll over like that during war. And hell, Germany itself, when it after World War II, it went through, because of the Cold War, it had to forcefully go through that fucking shit where half the country didn't even like each other. So yeah, it's war always brings up civil war and civil distress like that shit, yeah. And
you just create a new region.
I remember in South Park when they did their famous Osama bin Laden episode. There's one part where the little Afghani kids are talking to standing there, and he's like, "Wait a minute, we didn't do nothing wrong to you." "Yes, you did. You blew up our whole place." "I didn't do that. The army did." "Yeah, and you're a part of the army. You're a part of the United States, aren't you?" "I don't know who you are. Y'all blew us up."
And that's the conflict that people have, because it's like
white people don't have that connection either. I'm not saying all white people, but I'm just saying for the most part, middle America. I'm from Idaho. Fuck all these foreigners. And one of them foreigners tell me, like, what I do to you, nigga? No, really. What did I do to you?
If you folks have seen the movie Dope, there was a scene where ASAP Rocky and them, they were in that room, and he was talking about drone strikes and how, like, yeah, I think I forgot the other Tiger's character was in that room. And he's like, "Oh man, them drones is crazy." And ASAP was like, "Yeah, drones are cool, but like, bro, they be killing, like, they don't even really be killing the main person. It ends up kind of killing everybody in the process and stuff." And you imagine having drones in the hood, and like that shit it's a messy thing. It's a slippery slope.
It's a whole lot of parking lots about to get made.
Basically. So it's like, yeah, you got the guy, but at what cost? Because you just killed a bunch of families, and now those families that could have been your allies, now they hate you for it. Justifiably so. I mean, it is what it is.
All for what? Look for a nigga that's 6'3", ski mask.
There were, you look at the shit in the past history where it was like, if we're going to kill everybody, kill the children too. Why? Because I don't want no offspring showing up 20 years from now. "You killed my father." Boom.
That happened in Clear and Present Danger when they fucking, remember that part where they shot the bomb at that dude's kid's party?
Yeah.
That shit. Like, they were supposed to go after him, and it's like, bro, there's a kid's party background. Don't matter. And it's like,
well, everybody, the one thing I like that they don't teach in school, but I try to teach every little kid is cause and effect. You can't do something without it affecting something else. That also goes into one of my favorite rules that's actually a real rule, which is equivalent exchange. You can't get something without giving something else up. So, yeah, I want peace for America. What is peace for America? How's that going to affect everybody else? It's funny how politicians get a lot of us frothing for war, but don't do it in the opposite area when it comes to peace. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of people say that Trump won the first time, and probably a little bit this time, was because he was concerned about immigration, and people like, you just want these immigrants out of here because they're real passionate about it. That goes on their hate and their hate, and it's easy to fuel hate. It's very easy to fuel hate. And make it almost justified in your hate of doing so. So that's why we get a lot of conflict that happen and think, Wait a minute. We were just doing our jobs. Yeah, and your job orphaned this person. Your job ruined this family. Your job did this. You have to show both sides of shit when it comes to conflict like that, man. It's important. That's why anytime we have a war or anything go down like that, they never want to show the other side of what we did to them.
I mean, even
they never want to show that shit.
I mean,
what we did to Afghanistan. Here's the thing: the Taliban are bastards. What they did to Afghanistan was terrible. When we took it over, we didn't make it any better.
It was basically we went lateral.
They had was a couple more stores, and they had a Pizza Hut. That's about it. They didn't get
and we for years
not even a good one.
Yeah, I know. And we taught their people how to fight, and that was about it.
Yeah, we taught them how to fight, and for what? We gave the country right back to the Taliban. Right back
Game over, yeah.
I mean, look, the conflict with them, they're getting them to the what was it? I'm about to say Pakistan. What border were they taking them to?
What
Pakistan?
Yeah, they're taking them to the Pakistan border. They were taking them up there.
They were taking them to the Iranian border.
Yeah, Iranian border, my bad. Even that whole conflict, like people forget like those kind of things was like very Oh yeah, hell no, there's no money.
Let's not forget about during that same time during the Desert Storm where the Kurdish people were fighting Iraq because Iraq didn't give a fuck.
Because even after Desert Storm, during the peaceful times, we were really like, oh, boom, Somalia happened.
Yeah, even before all that shit was going down. Yeah, hell, that's how we get. Look, I know it's fictional, but that's how we got fucking Sniper Wolf, dealing with the shit that happened with the Kurdish people going with the shit they went through. Saddam's blood is on it.
Only to be rescued.
A couple other leaders' hands is on that shit too, what they did to the Kurds.
Only to be rescued by Big Boss.
Look, man, I think I've watched too many political dramas. I'd be thinking every day that somewhere in the world there's some fucking Jack Bauer bullshit happening.
It kind of is. What I heard is when it comes
keeping
to
the world, keeping America safe.
Yeah, the Michael Fassbender show, The Agency, that shit.
Like it's so funny when they actually talk to Green Berets. It's like, did that really go down? Yeah, not like that. Like that's cool because it's like explosions and shit. No, we went in at night. We killed 4 people. No one saw us at all. And people woke up to a horror of a room full of dead people, and we got our captive. We were in and we were out. We were very efficient. I killed 4 people that night. Yeah, and I slept pretty well, actually. It's like, nigga's a murderer. But let's just, you got to see for what it is. One of the things I always bring up on this podcast, and y'all know I'll do it until the day I die because that's the way I was brought up. We're the bad guys. We're America. Have you seen our track record? We're not good to the people that are in this country. What makes you think we give a fuck about the other countries around us? Yeah, there's a reason why China, who gets bigger and bigger every year, don't want to fuck with us. There's a reason why North Korea, you play too much, nigga. We go, but we still hate you. There's a reason why they won't engage us. Do y'all understand how fucking scary America is? Yeah, land battles, you probably get our shit rocked, but do you know how many drones we got, nigga? Drones. This is before we bring in the human element. We kicking on niggas' asses on Xbox controllers. We even set foot on the ground yet.
War crimes. We are
crazy. Like, let's just keep it real, young. If you want to support in your country, fine, cool. But you're going to have to know that every country has its dark side. In America, oh my God. What country have we been good to?
Canada?
Have we? Are we about to tariff the living fuck out of them?
Well, when we don't have a dumbass in chief.
Not D. Who is we? We didn't vote for that.
It's true.
I love this. I love this.
We didn't vote for that.
I love this shit. The shit, my ideology is rubbing off of my friends.
Nigga, the black
like, yo, this don't involve niggas. Speaking of niggas, do you know it's great? Nah, I don't want to be hearing none of that. I don't want to be hearing no sand nigga or doom coon around me either, motherfucker.
Oh man,
You
my
don't
man
fucking
Spike.
shit out of Spike Jones.
My man said Camel Jockey and Towel Head are are just fine substitutions.
Boy, the fact that this nigga Mark Wahlberg, yes, you, Mr. Marky Mark, he was over there like, yeah. No, take off the towel head. I don't want the towel on your head. No, take it off. I'm like,
That was not in the script.
That was method acting, sir. Come on now. Method acting and shit. You know, come on now.
Okay, D got to say one thing about Marky Mark I do like. I understand why everybody does like him.
Yeah.
Let me make that very clear. I don't like him, but I know why everybody likes him. So let me just put it that way.
He's every man.
I can respect that much about you. That's fair.
I mean, you know, when you take a dude, when they took that, my man had a fucking map up his ass just there.
Wonderful.
Cheeks clenched whole time. Just
Why not?
yeah.
Why not?
I mean,
That sound like a nigga. That sound like
yeah.
that sound like a nigga that hop on GTA and just start shooting off guns and be like, oh shit,
Click.
I got more left.
Those were times where first off, how are we shitting on Massachusetts? We're not shitting on Massachusetts.
Because
Are we
no,
Massachusetts?
D was saying that in regards to you shitting on, and expressing very clearly your hate for Mark Wahlberg.
Well, first off,
Did D have a bad Wahlburger? Is that
Wahlbergs.
what happened?
First off, both the Wahlbergs can ride a fat one, okay?
What did Donnie do? Donnie just like, yo, what
Donnie.
the fuck did I do?
Why Donnie gotta catch a string?
I feel like Donnie is actually the one that's been ducking real charges, and Mark has been getting them out of him for years.
Gotta be honest
I
with
feel
you.
like the better Wahlberg is the reason why he's
I
like. I know that they didn't do nothing, but if I can take my guess, Ben is making sure that Casey Affleck doesn't get no rape charges on him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's one brother that's clearly the troublemaker. I think we always think it's Mark. It's really Donnie.
Dude, Mark and Donnie Wahlberg are just anomalies. 'Cause I know Donnie was just like, I'm gonna be the bigger Wahlberg, and then Mark was like, I got the fucking bunch over here, and then boom,
I got the
acting.
abs. Look at me. I got the abs. Come on. How many Asian people did you beat up? Yeah, none. I beat up 5.
I got the abs. No, I got the abs and the dance music. This is gonna be around forever.
Come on. I sing like
Come
Bobby
on.
Brown
Feel
better
it.
than you. I sound like Bobby Brown. I'm actually the person. I'm going to be the one that's actually going to be the leader of the new group. The reason why I don't like them also is that they are both industry plants, and what ended up happening is that one became a model and one became a backup singer to New Kids on the Block. So no, I don't respect these Disney kids with extra steps. I don't respect them.
At least Marky Mark knew, you know what? This music shit ain't working out. I gotta get into acting.
I gotta show my
Make a
ass.
movie.
That's all I got.
Time to make a movie.
That's all what happened to Vanilla Ice. I don't want that shit.
I like how that nigga whipped out a fake penis. Say you a star. You're a really big star. And that made his career. Good for him.
Meanwhile, his dick is probably like this small. And then,
You know what I liked about that, Eris? There was like the mosaic is actually was around his head when he did that. That's what you think too? I did. Okay. I love it.
Oh man, yo, I like how it's just these guys just get. I like that we get fucking Barbara Walters over here. That's reporting.
You are not
news.
gonna put that on Adriana Cruz, sir.
I'm just
Nora
saying
Dunn didn't need to be in this movie. You know that, right? she was fine doing mid-ass TV shows, which, by the way, that's been her career. Good for her.
Hey, look. No, Nora Dunn is one. I'm a small town girl away from being in a damn Hallmark movie if she hasn't already.
I feel like if we had more time to think, and I want to do it now, that we could pick out the actresses that clipped her from being a bigger actress. I don't want to do that right now, but I know there's like 4 names.
Okay.
They kind of stopped her from being bigger.
I feel this is all 3 of our wheelhouses here. Judy Greer. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel what's her face from Charmed. Not Melissa Milano, but the other chick.
Shannon Doherty.
No. Ah shit. I forgot her goddamn name.
Are you talking about Rose?
Yeah, Rose McGowan. I feel Rose McGowan has the career that Judy Greer was supposed to have.
Yeah, really?
I think so. I really feel like because Judy Greer just is around. I thought that they were really trying to push her as the girl, and then yeah, I really feel other women just took over what she was supposed to be.
I think so too. What the?
I was like,
I gotta get a picture of that later because I liked how one was like. Look at the other one.
3BG would be right back after these messages.
Ignore that.
That is our 3BG. You'll be right back after this messages image now. Just
Oh God.
be
Wait
back in my two dads.
Is it? If it is, good for her. She gotta be like what, 52? Anyway.
But nah, Judy Greer. I'm laughing that she's the one that George Clooney fucks at the beginning, because she has to get the hot scoop.
And Judy Greer did nothing for the rest of the movie. I loved it.
Well, McKelty Williams shoot her out because that's what you do.
You tell us where they went right now.
The best thing about Judy Greer to me is that she actually went on to do my girl Cheryl and fucking Archer.
Yeah.
And to me, that really made her career for me because all her loud white girl isms work on Archer and no other show.
Oh, I forgot she was in the Ant-Man movies. Damn, I'm tripping.
Yeah, she was Ant-Man, yeah, if I'm mistaken. She was
Yeah.
God, who was she in that genre? I remember she was in it though.
She was the mom. She was the wow. My man's ex-wife because they were divorced. Yeah.
And she was a part of. I will give it its roses. I don't think it's the greatest of all time, but I think it was one of the best ever made, which was Arrested Development. She was on Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's kind of funny. Oh God, I was right. She is 52. Alyssa Milano was 52. I just guessed. But no, I always felt like certain shows is overstated how great they are. Like as much as I like Breaking Bad, I think it's overstated. That's great. Same thing goes with The Wire. I think it's overstated. But the same thing goes with Arrested Development. I get why everybody thinks it. It's
like
not
The Office.
funny looking at it for me.
Like
That's
The
the only
Office.
problem. Huh?
Kind of like The Office.
The Office, it matters with Office because I know people don't. I know a lot of people love The Office. I never got into it.
I gotta rewatch it from the beginning
it's
just so
funny,
I can
though.
really get an assessment.
I was one of the people that watched 30 Rock, and I think 30 Rock was one of the best ones.
30 Rock was fucking hilarious.
30 Rock was. I loved how stupid that joint was.
Speaking of which, the scene for me that there was another scene in this movie where they were talking about the Infinity having the convertible.
Oh yeah, which had the Infinity, the Lexus have a convertible.
He's like, no, on Infinity only.
Infinity only. Here's me. Why do y'all got an Infinity in the middle of Iraq?
Infinities
like, I know Infinities were
weird.
the new thing, but that was more for America. Or was it one of those things where I don't realize as America that a lot of people want to be Americans or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of weird because you think they would get the Mercedes and the BMWs.
He had a Mercedes in there.
Yeah.
He had a Mercedes in that job.
But I did like the aspect of the lingering aspect of how much fear Saddam put on the people because they had that plan to save Marky Mark. Like, all right, we're going to fake that we're Saddam and see what happens. And it worked because the motherfucker was like, oh shit. They were like, oh shit, Saddam's here. We got to get the fuck up out of here.
Only thing that was missing for me was when they looked through the binoculars and saw the limo. Only thing was missing was the joke of Coming to America. To
be fair, I did like the music choice when they cut to the inside. When you believe in it, you take away the. I like how Spike Jones is looking to my man in the passenger seat and he's just focused and jamming out like.
I'm like, what the hell? The whole movie had a lot of that. That's the one thing great about this movie, that it was telling a serious story, but they was trying to be as funny as possible.
It's moments of levity that it has to kind of like break up the monotony of like, okay, it is serious, but we're gonna have those moments, because even the music choice of how they went through all the music and they put in whatever music from that country just playing and stuff, and both the guys in the back are like, oh man, this is great.
Like, man, you playing the old shit. I hate that I only know English when it comes to certain countries, because I feel like
you're missing out on something cool.
Yeah, recently we went to see the dude that plays T'Chaka, and he's from South Africa, so he's speaking his native language. And we sitting there, and me and Chris are rolling our eyes for the same reason. Like, we get it. English sucks. I hate our language.
Very basic.
It's not very deep. I understand. Like, fuck me. This is the king's language. I know. I'm sorry. Like, fuck.
Oh, geez, for all of us. We're good.
Like, yo, man, I'm sorry. I'm speaking in King's English. I'm so sorry, dog. Basic ass. Man. Y'all have like 50,000 words for love. We don't.
Nah, but just that whole scene of them saving it, and like I said, Barlow pretty much letting Saeed go. He didn't kill him, because you thought it was gonna be like, oh, he gonna fucking put a bullet in his ass. He's like, nah, shot him in the leg, and nah, I'm out. We're done. I'm not even gonna.
I'm like, you know what? It's kind of funny. I feel as though this movie doesn't go into full, because it doesn't. It doesn't go into full propaganda mode. It does the surface level shit like
it's surface level propaganda.
It did what Top Gun did, what makes it look cool enough for you wanted to join the army or whatever it's trying to show you.
Mm.
In this case, it did show the military in more of a human light. But the one thing they didn't do, and what makes the propaganda, is they would have made it out to every Iraqi is the enemy, or whatever they were fighting was the actual enemy. We got to take down these Iraqis by any means necessary. There was never that in this movie.
Yep.
If anything, it was more of how can we get to this situation without it leading to any type of gunplay. That was the whole point in the first.
Well, everything was real, true to. It basically it was true to life without like you saying it wasn't playing the stereotypes, because it was showing the Iraqi people, and they have no love for Saddam, all that conflict, basically geopolitical shit. They kept it straightforward with the geopolitical stuff, and it's like, no, that makes sense, because if you go straight propaganda with it, then it takes away whatever drama that you have in your movie.
Yeah,
essentially,
you like that's where it crosses into that, where it could be like that. We already said Jarhead was the same way. It didn't really go into that. It just showed you how tough it is on the soldiers. And what I found out was the Army hates movies like these. The Army, the Marines, they do not like movies.
It keeps it real.
Because it keeps it real. Whereas because eventually every military movie in America somehow is going to be sold with join the Marines or join.
It's kind of like Black Hawk. Black Hawk. It's like Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down.
But there were a lot of people that joined the military because of Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying it's just because the way that movie was made. I remember a lot of critics were kind of stuck at so what was really the point of the movie? Because it did feel like a long. Like you said, propaganda.
It might have been right now, I don't want to judge it to say it's propaganda or not. I have heard people say it's propaganda. I'm just going, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. But like you said, this one is they basically the way Ridley wrote this movie, it was basically humanizing everything and showing the nuance of war. It wasn't just get the terrorist and boom, and we save the day kind of. She's like,
and
no,
that's the reason, and that's because it's not an America. Fuck yeah, movie.
And that's the reason why a lot of people say Transformers was, because Transformers had the benefit of not having to say that the Decepticons were tower heads or anything like that. You know what I mean? They had the benefit of us shooting a nebulous army, and us Americans could flex how powerful our military is without it crossing into xenophobia or racism or anything like that. So when you really look at the cusp of why the military is there, it's like, this is advertising.
Especially that scene where motherfucking Tyrese had the motherfucking M6. I'm like, yo, this is just advertising the United States military. Fuck yeah.
But
That was the only thing that was missing on
But I
it.
did enjoy how Gates basically was like, all right, we'll help you. We'll give you the gold. Because at the end of the day, like Click Chris told him, it's like, well, technically, it ain't really your gold. It's Saddam's gold. So,
No, yeah. Like not even Saddam's goal. It's the Kuwaitis' goal.
yeah, so it's
what are
like,
you going to do, American? You need help. What are you going to do? And this is where, like I say, I like Gates because Gates probably already knew going into that shit he was going to have to do some shit like that.
mhm.
So the best way of doing it, yeah, that's what all the refugees are saying. We about to get a brick,
About to win out in this
brick,
bitch.
a solid gold brick. I don't know how far that will go into America, but I know in a country like Iran, oh, you're good.
This
You
is
have
about
a
20.
house.
Didn't he say
You
at one
have a
point it was
car.
like upwards of like 23 million or some shit like that?
For all the 23 million was what they were able to recover. That's not counting the ones that spilled out onto the sand when the truck flipped over.
Yeah.
True. Forgot about that.
That was 23 million in the shit they just recovered. I can only imagine how much, probably another 23 million that was sitting out there.
Yeah.
Had to be underneath sand.
I mean, you got to think, and also think about this: 100,000 per driver
Yep.
being paid in gold.
I mean,
100K,
you're set. You're set.
You're set.
bro. One bar. Just give me
Like I
one
said,
bar.
Even
One bar.
that's what
One
I'm
gold
saying.
bar in
Like
91
Iran,
money.
and
One
them
gold-
going into Iran like that, nigga.
Nigga,
Yes.
one gold bar in 91 money.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It is kind, in a way for that's what made it kind of cool because at the end you see them giving everybody a bar. Look,
mhm.
we're gonna have like at this point we're kind of fucked. So what are we going to do? Well, let's keep our word, get these people to the border. We take our cut, do this, do X, Y, Z. That ain't gonna fucking work.
Mhm.
All right, let's get the reporter here. And that was the smart part. First
Mhm.
off, let's tell the reporter to bring her ass over here so she can.
I give her a story.
Because her and Jamie Kennedy were just driving around, and the cameraman were just driving around everywhere.
Yeah, he was purposely doing it to get her off the scent.
You
Because
know,
he,
I like how she was sitting there talking about her life and what she's been going through, and Jamie Kennedy being all the way scumbag. Yeah, no, it's just
it's crazy,
no.
right?
She's talking. He's getting like right up underneath. Right underneath her, like he's trying to get close to her face.
My man with straight hair.
And I like how
he
he
was
was about to bring his
he was
head up.
full
She
on-
just
He was full on. No, he was full on hair sniffing, and she just went, "No,
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
really, just stop. You are terrible at this."
Two things. I don't know you like that. Number two, I can smell your balls. We've been out here for how long?
Oh, when they went back
by
to
the way, look, dudes, look, us as men, we don't realize sack smell. Women do.
Yeah. Hey, look, I like how when they got to the place where they stole the gold from and stuff, they stripped that man down to his drawers and shit. And then it was like, all right, I need my pants. No, here's some boots and your hats. Get the hell out of here.
Like, give me my pants. Something.
Man had them fucking military issue
Make an
drawers.
experiment one day.
Also, you look, you got to be a goober ass motherfucker to be wearing the military issue ass drawers. I'm sorry, like just no. What are you doing?
Listen, that's that shit. That shit is over when you get out of basic.
Thank you. Get your ass some damn Hanes.
I'm sorry. When you say that shit is over, we got out basic. Instead of me thinking you're getting a new pair of drawers, I'm thinking that the drawers you had is like skid marked up to death when you said it like that.
No.
Oh, the bitch is finished. There's too much evidence on that shit. I had to burn that motherfucker.
No. So as soon as you get out of basic, that's when they give you that. That's when they give you the okay to go to the shop at, and you can actually buy shit.
Fresh drawers. $8.99.
Motherfuckers
Name brand shit.
It's like, oh shit, I can finally get some Hanes and not these military draws. I had to put my fucking last four of my social security number on this shit because
I can get some actual good looking glasses instead of these fucking frames. Them shits.
the
Well,
80s glasses.
Well, because we're in a movie like we're in right now, and they save Marky Mark, somebody got to go, and that was Spike Jones.
Oh man, when he got fucking like, well,
Motherfucking Mark get one. Oh! Of course, he took out that motherfucker. He like, I was thinking to myself, this motherfucker ain't gonna make it to the end of that motherfucker without getting really hit. He got hit into the lung. That's when he showed the whole little thing that he had to spike him through, you know. But your boy Spike just closed his eyes.
am I gonna go into one of those? What is it? It was like shrines. Yeah, shrines.
Sounds like a way to go. Look, something happened to me. I want that.
Hey, Spike, listen to me. Those are Islamic shrines. You are a Christian.
Am I?
No, that's actually a good question. He's from the South, so I'm just going to assume that he's Baptist.
Look,
Sir, that's a very Dixie looking guy.
It's a very
look.
No.
Like, look. When I'm done with this, all I'm gonna do is go back to shooting shit at an abandoned car.
Bro, that shit with their regular ass jobs, I fucking died. He was like,
Ice Cube had the most blackest thing ever. This motherfucker work at the airport and shit.
Yo, the shit with the suitcase where he didn't even put all the shit in there. He just said, that's the nigga that fuck.
No, Frontier Airlines giving you the.
That's why I don't fly Frontier anymore, bro.
No, 91 nigga, U.S. Airways.
Nigga.
US Airways.
Man.
TWA. We'll get you away. Yeah, I know. I went back on you on that one. TWA. That might have been authentic on that one. TWA.
Yeah, it really was.
Anyway. When did TWA? 91. It was still open in 91. It was still open in 91.
Martin was working a fucking damn office job. Hated every minute of it.
Join the war just so he could see some action.
Now he owns the carpet store at the end of the movie. It's great.
Hey man.
In California.
When you take home a couple of bricks of
gold,
yeah,
they forget it's like he took home some bricks and
like I said, I'm not gonna announce that I'm rich, but I'll give half a clue.
Hey,
him
look.
Him running a carpet store, that's the perfect cover.
Yeah, him and Gates and Chief being consultants
for Hollywood.
And the fact that
go ahead, pay me scale. I'm good.
Realistically speaking, they would get a dishonorable discharge for what they did, even with people there. Let's keep that real. Would they go to Leavenworth? Probably not, but dishonorable is enough to where you don't go to jail. You just ain't getting no damn military benefits.
How long would that trial lasted?
Ooh.
That's always weird. I don't know how long military.
About a week. I mean,
because they're bringing them in to get court-martialed.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, all of them had valid points. They had valid points for what they were doing, and again, because they brought in the reporter, which was smart, she reported it. She's pretty much a witness to everything that happened. You got the cameraman to back up. You got Jamie Kennedy, his creepy ass is back up. All of this.
Also, Gates also sweetened up the pot by telling them, "Hey, dude, you can be the guy to help recover the money." So
he sweetened the pot by saying, "Listen, you could be the one to say that you did this. You helped out some refugees. Get that, get that Purple Heart. Get whatever the fuck that you're gonna get in '91." And you know what? That's gonna be that. And we say we got the gold. Sure, we'll tell you. We'll tell you where.
First, you get these people across. Then we'll
get them across. Then we'll figure this shit out. I still want to know how many bricks did everybody get, because they already said they reported some of it missing.
Yeah. So seeing how everyone got one, I'm pretty sure how many people they said it was. There had to be at least 30 people crossing that. That
about
line.
30.
So. And that was a lot of gold bricks from the bags.
30 real bricks, and then they probably pocketed some, and then everything else they just said, "Hey, it's here." I mean, yeah.
Then they buried
They brought back at least 12 bars.
Had to.
This is all we was able to find.
I
mean, again, Saddam was the one who stole it. What's he gonna do? Say that it was stolen?
That's
He
the
wants it
thing
back.
You know what? I want to know because that happened like in Vietnam. That happened all through Vietnam. Happened all through what's her face too? Cambodia, all through Southeast Asia during that time, where shit got stolen, just stolen, and these weren't just like vases and like books and shit. No, nigga,
It was
valuables are gone.
Like it was art, money, again, war bonds.
And that's the shit that was bigger in World War II. World War II, that was even big. It was even bigger, more massive scale.
It always depends on where a war took place.
I think
you go into a war in a rich country, rich beneath the surface ass country, because on the surface on paper you think, oh, this place doesn't look like it's really all that valuable until you just happen to go in that one room that's been bombed out and recovered some shit that's actually valuable.
When the Germans went to France,
oh yeah,
there you go. And when they got to Paris, there you go.
Nate, could you imagine if again, Earth 1731, the Louvre got bombed and destroyed, but yet they was able to recover the original Mona Lisa?
Yeah. I mean, look, again, seeing
Still
so much
intact.
stuff.
They wouldn't. She
Yeah.
wasn't blonde. She was not a blonde enough Aryan for the theater to enjoy. He was actually going to burn it.
No, fuck that, nigga. That's art. That's money.
Hitler, I feel like Hitler was going to burn that shit.
To spite, yes, he probably would.
I find it crazy that this movie did good opening weekend, even though it opened in second because it lost out to Double Jeopardy. But man, that's
Wait.
Three Kings lost the Double Jeopardy.
You mean to tell me that Ashley Judd,
That's destructive work.
George Clooney?
yes.
You're telling me that Ashley Judd beats?
Put some respect on Ashley Judd's name, sir.
I thought I talked about by one weird year where I was attracted to her and never again.
Which movie was it, sir?
It was Double Jeopardy. I thought she had cute cheekbones, and that's where it kind of stopped. You know, she still got them motherfuckers. You know?
She does.
She's like in all the way MILF territory. I don't want no parts of her.
What?
Man, leave her
I don't want Ashley Judd current day. No,
leave her alone.
That's
I don't have nothing bad to say about her. Seriously, I really don't. It sounds like I'm being negative. I don't got nothing bad to say about Ashley.
It's Ashley Judd. Why know with
Yeah,
Judd's
problem
sister?
with her. I think I like her sister more. Probably. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
It's very fun.
The fat sister D. I think I do. I don't know. But whatever, man.
But I
wanted us to do for years, and I'm glad we did it. Eris, I did not know this was your first time watching this shit. I'm glad you liked it, nigga. I'm dead serious about that.
Geopolitics, the podcast. That's pretty much what this was.
Yep. So that is the end of our our winter cinema extravaganza, the shit we did. And not next week, tomorrow, if some of y'all up for it, y'all better be up for it.
I'm up for
We're going to do it live, but of course I'm going to bring out the podcast later. We're doing our Christmas special this year. And our Christmas special was brought up to me months ago when Eric said, D, that was a Christmas movie. And I said, let's go ahead and fucking do it this year. And that is Batman Returns. And I told this to Eric yesterday. I actually mentioned it when we did a Batman podcast. I have seen this movie probably at max 5 times. I
want people to.
And I'm being generous.
The shock on my face when I heard that. I said, "Are you serious?"
I'm dead serious. I have seen every other Batman movie multiple times. I've only seen this movie probably at max 5 times. I remember 10 years ago, you was talking about it, and I was like, Christopher Walken was in there. And you looked at me weird. I wish I would explain to you, Eris. I didn't watch this movie like that when I was a kid.
When you said that, I was like, wait, D, did you not see this movie? Are you serious right now?
I have seen I told this to Eris yesterday. Out of the original 4, I've seen Batman Forever the most out of all of them.
And I'm like,
seen Batman Forever the most.
And I was like, nigga, what?
Of course, when it comes to all the Batman movies, my favorite one is Dark Knight. I never didn't like this movie. I just never watched it. Just never fucking watched it, yeah. But also, that being said,
I've never been so heartbroken in my life when I heard.
I know it's weird, yeah. That being said, everybody, yes, we are going to be going through all of the Batman library, and not in necessary order too, because we're going to be doing the animated movies, and we're going to be doing some of the later DC movies that were based off, we're just Batman titles, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit of we're going to do a little bit of everything, but I really wanted us to get these Burton ones out the way, and I this is the weird one for me. This is the one where Burton probably did a little bit too much.
I want people to understand that this movie had fucking Happy Meals attached to it. And it was the most bizarre shit ever.
The Catwoman toy made white women in the Midwest go.
No, it was
breast.
It was attempted. A short, very, very short run of that shit, Chris. Remember, all it took was one nose bite, and McDonald's said, "Fuck that."
This ain't a Happy Meal anymore, kid.
You know what? We might have to look. We might have to play y'all the clip of a news clip. I got to see if they got a news clip on YouTube of that, because it is wild. Y'all would think they took the toys off the shelf. They stopped doing a lot of stuff.
Well, people don't understand. Like,
all of a sudden, there was a talk about how Michelle Pfeiffer was a little bit too sexy. There was talk about this movie being dark because of Danny DeVito.
There's also a backstory, because I forgot the actress's name. She had went up for Catwoman. Sean. Forgot her name, but
I was about to say Cheryl Tiggs.
Sean Young.
Really?
Sean Young. Her and Michelle Pfeiffer were going up for the role. Sean Young dressed up as Eartha Kitt Catwoman. No, Julie Gardner Catwoman.
Yeah.
And came on to whose talk show was it?
Oh God, whoever
Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers came to the Joan Rivers show dressed up as Catwoman, thinking that was going to be the thing.
Joan and he started going on her ass.
No,
kinda.
You're Joan Rivers.
You guys want to know?
Sharp bitch. You don't know her.
Do y'all want to know how bad that was? How bad that was?
Whiff. That was the biggest of whiff.
It wasn't a whiff. No, that shit wasn't even a whiff, Chris. This is how bad that shit was. That shit was so bad that I think either within the same year or a year later, Tiny Toons made fun of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, D. It was the return. It was the return of Bat Duck episode where Plucky was trying to get onto the set to meet Tim Burton and say that I want to be Batman in your Batman movie. Prior to him getting there, a literal a freaking pallet of kitty litter shows up. Sean Young pops out saying, Tim, I can be Catwoman. Look at me, roar.
Sean Young did that shit to get the Catwoman role, only for Michelle Pfeiffer to get it. It was hilarious.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. This is the best part. This is the best part. Hold on. Wait, D. This is the best part. She's in that same Catwoman suit that Chris is talking about, right? And she said, "You know what to do with me?" Tim Burton, I do. He whistles, and Elmira shows up and chases her off.
There's lore to this fucking movie. Yes. Do you know? No, Warner Brothers said yes to animating that. That's the part that gets deep. Warner Brothers said we draw on this shit.
Steven Spielberg co-signed it.
I don't believe. Look, I
It's
told
his
you already.
cartoon.
Steven Spielberg didn't have nothing to do with his cartoons.
Yes,
he just
he
put his
did.
name on it and walked off. Okay, but a part of me likes to think that he was probably in the room when that joke was pitched. Oh my god! But anyway, yeah. So I want y'all. So if y'all are on here today, I want everybody on here to join us tomorrow. We'll be doing that, and that will be our Christmas special, and it will be our last episode of the year. So yeah. Anyway, we see y'all tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Indeed.